Baba Shuaib, the correctional officer, born in Accra, Ghana, a Quranic researcher and a critical thinker based on religion, who does online lectures based on the guidance of the Quran on platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok since 2018. In Finland, and 13 years, QBE, in Classical Arabic and MSA in Quranic Arabic. The author of the Refer to the Quran, which helps every novice to understand the steps towards understanding the great Quran and the guidance of God in it.
Time to rise and meet the challenge. Baba Shuaib is calling you out. Meet Baba Shuaib, a correctional officer with a mission. Today he's throwing down the gauntlet to the mushriks, no more holding back. With his logo shirt and cap, Baba Shuaib sits tall and confident. He says, the time for action is now. It's time to rise, to push past limits, and to become the best versions of ourselves. Baba Shuaib believes in the power of determination and resilience. His challenge is simple. Stand up, face your fears, and conquer them. Every day is a new opportunity, he says. An opportunity to grow stronger, to be better, and to leave a mark on the world. So, are you ready to accept Baba Shuaib's challenge? Are you ready to rise above and beyond? Join Baba Shuaib and let's show the world what we're made of, because the only limit is the one you see.
Are you a defensive listener? Are your ears tuned for offense? I've emphasized the importance of how the character of a messenger and their delivery can shape the outcome of a conversation. But fairness demands that we look at the other side too, and that's the role of the listener. Though while many conversations falter due to careless communicators, misinterpretation can distort an intended meaning just as much as miscommunication does. Defensive listening occurs when someone perceives a comment as an attack even when no harm was delivered. In some cases, a speaker can communicate masterfully and without error, but the listener internalizes the message through a lens of offense for one reason or another. Now, research tells us that we listen at about 25% efficiency. And when you factor in unresolved personal conflict or we project our own adverse life experiences onto a communicator, our ability to hear them diminishes exponentially. Not because the speaker failed, but because we as listeners can warp the message too. Now, it's far easier to blame someone else for mishandling their words than it is to acknowledge when we've mishandled their message. So hear me, listening isn't passive, it is an active responsibility. It requires us to confront our biases and examine our insecurities in order to approach conversations with an openness and a dose of humble vulnerability. So don't be so ready to criticize a messenger's ability to speak without addressing the listener's responsibility to listen.
Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan Kareem. I don't reject hadith. I only reject the ones that aren't in line with Quran and my intellect. That kind of statement is problematic, you know. It is problematic because in a simple nutshell, God says in Quran chapter 45 verse 6, فَبِأَيِّ حَدِيثِ بَعْدَ اللَّهِ وَآيَاتِهِ يُؤْمِنُونَ. Right? It says after. There are statements before the Quran that Quran confirms, but after the Quran, which other hadith? After God and his verses, which other hadith will you believe? This kind of thing saying that I agree with or I believe in the hadith that is in line with the Quran is problematic because the hadith cannot say anything better than the Quran. There's nothing the hadith can say better than the Quran. So if the Quran has already said it, then why go with agree with the hadith in any way? But I can understand your perspective again when you say it's in line. If it's in line, but what else could be in line? Is it the 5 prayers? Or what else are you talking about being in line with the Quran? What does the hadith have to offer which is in line with the Quran? You know, I'm curious with that kind of perspective. But I'm not saying it's wrong, right? I'm just trying to understand when people say that. Because number one, the Quran and hadith are not equal. Of course, in some aspect I can understand because God says, وَلَا تَلْبِسُ الْحَقَّ بِالْبَاطِلِ وَتَكْتُمُ الْحَقَّ وَأَنْتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ. He says, do not mix or cover the truth with falsehood in order to conceal the truth while you know. And that is specifically what the hadith books are doing. So they will pretend they are agreeing with what the Quran says, and then they twist the narrative. You know, so I don't see anything better that the hadith can offer, right? It's not entirely nonsensical. Sometimes they can speak some sense. Yes, hadith can have something they say which speaks some sense. you know, but whatever be the case, I don't need the hadith to convince me on that. Quran is sufficient. So, anyways, thank you very much. I seek refuge with Allah against the accursed devil. This is my way. I invite to Allah by perception. I and whoever follows me. And glory be to Allah, for I am not among the idolaters. Yes. I see your super chat. Thank you. YT short quiz says, let's kick off the questions. How do you pray? Oh my God. that is the mushrik's favorite question. How do you pray? How do you pray? How do you pray? How do you pray? How do you, Baba? How do you pray? Like, if you like, say 1,000 things in the space of maybe 30 minutes. A mushrik will neglect everything and ask you, how do you pray? Yeah. Anyways, thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate your presence. Thank you. Brother Imran says, but you can't follow those hadiths which Mom made, Baba. Yeah, no. I'm not even interested. You see, in following any of their books or any of their statements. But anyways, guys, the surprising news I have today for you today is Muhammad Hijab actually took down the video he made against me. It's a shocker. Yeah, Muhammad Hijab took the video down. You don't believe me? Let me confirm for you. Let's go to his page. I'm going to show you Muhammad Hijab's page, right? So you see what I'm saying, what I'm lying. So Muhammad Hijab, after a few days, like within the space of 10 days, has been embarrassed. Muhammad from God actually confronted him, and I I also did the rebuttal against him. So it's like I crushed his ego, you know. Yeah, because he told people we cannot come back. I cannot come back on that, right? So I just embarrassed him a bit. So if you go to the video section, he actually took it down. My video was supposed to be in between the 7 days session, right? Oh, let me make it big enough. Let me see. How can I make it big? This. Yeah, I don't know. Is it big enough? So when you go in his latest video, he took my video down. The one he did against me, he took it down, and that's an embarrassment. Yeah. Because even the Sunnis were writing against him. That's the most surprising part, right, of all this. The Sunnis themselves were embarrassed with the way. And to top it all, I already did a rebuttal. So when I did a shot, the last part of the shot, when he said, there is no Islam without the Sunnah of the... That destroys their argument. They can't come back from that, because that is the dumbest statement anybody who claims to be a Muslim could ever make. Like, there is no Islam without their garbage books. Well, Islam has been there already. Noah was a Muslim. Abraham was a Muslim. Moses was a Muslim. How will I call it? You name them. Jesus was a Muslim, submitted to God. He was practicing Islam. Inna dina indallahi Islam. Islam has been with God, and that is the religion with God. Then you have the HEEBIE-JEEBIES people all of a sudden making video because of Baba Shah. And guess what? Throughout my history against mushriks, whenever mushriks try to do a rebuttal against me, I make them flop. Yeah. Even in a debate, in an argument, dialogue, anything I do against mushriks, they flop. And flopping means they embarrass themselves when they are coming at me. God says in Quran chapter 3 verse 160, if God should support you, none can defeat you. I still stay by God. And that is why you see me being confident, because I rely on God. And people just, most people are intimidated by my confidence because I have God. I don't understand when people misunderstand confidence for being arrogant. Yes, because they don't understand. So Abraham likewise could be tagged as arrogant when you don't understand what Abraham was doing, because whatever Abraham did can be classified as arrogance in the eyes of the opposition. Imagine Abraham telling his elders that, what are you worshiping? Stones, things you made from your own hands, and you are worshiping it. I will break it down. I will do this. people will still classify that as arrogance. Who are you to talk to the elder people like this and that? You know, people will always have something to say against you. Imagine when Abraham went to face the king, right? If you read Quran chapter 2, verse 258, 59, 259, there about 258, 259 is there. When Abraham faced the king, he told the king, my son, my Lord brings the sun from the right, you bring it from the west. There's no way the king can do that, right? He can't. So, and that in our modern day and age will be classified as arrogance. The opposition who don't like you will classify Abraham as arrogant. They will say, how dare you talk to the king like that? Hey, who are you? Who do you think you are? You understand? So people hate the truth, and truth doesn't matter. And truth doesn't go with age. So when you are outspoken and you're confident with God and you tell the truth, the first thing your opposition says, he's arrogant. Who does it think he is? Yeah, who does it think? And then face me and find out who I am. And that's the problem for them, right? Because in a logical basis, there is no way the falsehood can stand the test of time in front of the truth. And that's all that we have. We have God, and that's enough. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. Right? Sufficient is God for us as a representative. So if God is my representative, who should I fear? Nobody. So this is like a David and Goliath fight, but at the end of the day, everybody knows the end of the story. Goliath will eventually lose. So that is the story of Muhammad Hijab. So out of shame, when MFG confronted him, he took down that video. Yes. And then from the pressure he got after I did my rebuttals, he took down that video again. That's a shame, actually. He's embarrassed. So recently, MFG went to Ali Dawah's live stream. Was it 2 days ago, 3 days ago? And he confronted Ali Dawah, and they had a back and forth dialogue. And what Ali Dawah did presently was to trim the part that MFG was actually answering him. He trimmed that part off just to make the part that will suit their audience, right? To suit their audience. So he chose that part and put it on the page. So if you see Ali Dawah's page, let me go to Ali Dawah, and you see the thumbnail, the title he put on his page even is alarming. And I'm going to show you the page. Let me put Ali Dawah, right? So this is Ali Dawah's page. Then I'll just make it big. So that's Ali Dawah. He also has almost the same amount of followers compared to Muhammad Hijab. You know they are close friends, right? Ali Dawah and Muhammad Hijab. Muhammad Hijab has 1.29, and Ali Dawah has 1.28. That is million subscribers on YouTube. So he trimmed the video down and also put MFG on his page. And he put, he says, top Quranists versus Ali Dawah, full debate. He put top Quranists versus how. Then he trimmed the video down to where Muhammad was actually answering the question and giving the answers. He trimmed that part out to just put the part where he was just asking that how was the Quran preserved? You understand? So that's the point. So that's the point here. Let me see here. It's called. Yeah. So Ali Dawah and Muhammad Hijab, they are just into their things. How would I say? The thin skin, feeling the heat. So they are just trying their best to just I don't know. They are trying to cover the shame somehow, so that they will not look like they are on the losing end. So they are trying to change the narrative at all costs. So I guess that is one thing that Muhammad Hijab regretted. He was trying to fix things, but all the odds were against him because they are not truthful. And you remember when MFG did a program with Mushrik Lantin. Mushrik Lantin also did similar. He took down the initial video And then he edited that video and put the edited version, and the pressure of their audience, his fans, actually made him took the whole video down. Because these people are not honest. How come people don't see through this? They are not honest. Do you see the point? Why is it that when they faced somebody they claim to be a Quranist, after that they try to take the video down? Why? I don't get it. They take the video down because they are not honest, because they forget that when it was happening live, people were witnessing, and sometimes we also have our copy of the video. Like, for instance, MFG sent me the part of the video where he was actually unedited. Then those people normally forget that we have that copy. So they think, okay, they can just edit and just lie to their audience to look good in front of their audience. So it's no more about God. Are you getting the gist here? It's no more about God. It's about keeping the fame, keeping the position they have, so that they don't lose their audience. That was what Muhammad Hijab was lamenting about when MFG went to confront him on his own page. He was lamenting that, look at these small tags trying to stop our charity and funds. Yes, he was accusing MFG of blocking the chance of them getting the money and donations. Yes, to be honest, I'm not joking. I have the video. A lot of you have seen it. It's not a joke. Muhammad Hijab was actually pissed, saying, look at these small guys trying to block the chance for us to get donations and funds. So for that, those guys, it's just strictly business. You understand? It's just business. It's not like look, they don't put the truth first. Like, in everything you do, the truth must be first before anything else. Before anything else, put the truth first. When you put the truth first, everything will follow you up. Everything else will follow. Yes. But when people don't understand it, they think, okay, I need to put my fame first in order to get what I want. No. Put the truth first, because remember, when you are concealing the truth, it is a war against God. And I'm going to show you what God says here. In Quran, I take you to a verse. I stop sharing this. I go to Quran chapter 2, verse 159. So here, this verse, Quran chapter 2, verse 159, this is what God says. In this verse, God says, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَكْتُمُونَ مَا أَنزَلْنَا مِنَ الْبَيِّنَاتِ وَالْهُدَى. Then he says, مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا بَيَّنَّاهُ لِلنَّاسِ فِي الْكِتَابِ أُولَٰئِكَ يَلْعَنُهُمُ اللَّهُ وَيَلْعَنُهُمُ اللَّاعِنُونَ. Do you see the point? So now, God says, indeed, those who conceal what we have revealed of the proofs, that is the evidences, and the guidance after that which we have made clear in the book to the people, those are the ones whom God has cursed, and they are cursed by the curses. Because the curses, after realizing this person is hiding the truth from you, you eventually curse the person. Because, okay, why will the person conceal if they don't know what it is? Are you getting the logic here? Why is the person hiding the truth if he or she doesn't know what it is? Why conceal something you don't know? If I have money, the reason why we put our money in our wallets is because we are hiding it. You're concealing it. That's why you put it in the wallet, so that when you take it, nobody will be seeing the money direct. It's a wallet concealing your money, right? So because you know what you have. So why will somebody conceal if they don't know what it is? It means they know what it is. That's why they are concealing it. So God has revealed of the proofs and the guidance, because he made it clear in the book already. But the mushriks will tell you, no, it's not clear. Look, MFG was clearly answering Ali Dawah's question with the book of God. Ali Dawah was not interested. Even the other sheikh, the other bozo sheikh, was not interested in the verses Muhammad has to quote, has to say concerning God. It's about, hey, how do you know the Quran is from God? Okay, Ali Dawah, then the question is, let's all leave the Quran aside. Let's go to our normal lives. Right? Because if you are going to be basing your question, how do you know it's from God? How do you know this is? Hey, my God, who preserved the Quran for you? Is that the question God is going to ask me on the day of judgment? Seriously, to be honest, let me put myself big. Are you seriously telling me on the day of judgment, God is going to ask me, who preserved the Quran for you, Baba Shuaib? If you don't know the answer, you are going to hell. Is that a question God is going to ask me? Who preserved the Quran? Do these morons, do they understand what faith and belief means? When you say you believe in God, when you say you have faith in God, because you have not seen God, faith tells you there is a creator, there is an entity in charge of you. That's faith. God only told me how he created the heavens and the earth, but I didn't see it with my eyes. That's faith. I believe he did it. So I put my faith there. I have no reason to doubt that, because every creation has a creator. Every creation has a creator. This mobile phone cannot create it on its own. So someone created it. Right? So I put my faith. That's how it works. So I have faith in God. And God says, Inna nahnu nazzalna zikra wa inna lahu lahafizun. So God is the one going to preserve whatever he wrote. He is the one going to protect whatever he has. He's the one going to let the book reach us however he wants. Then you have the mushriks telling you, no, how do you know how the Quran got to you? Why do I need to know that? Seriously, why do I need to know how the Quran got to me? All I know is I got it from the library. What else? The book is claiming to be from God. It's speaking for itself. The mushriks tell, Akhi, no, the book doesn't have to speak for himself. Let the big brother, which one is the big brother? The garbage hadith. Let it speak for God. Let it speak for the book of God. What? So according to the mushriks, hadith, the garbage hadith books is the lawyer of the Quran. Wallah, I'm not joking. Did you hear the Prince Mushrik when he was giving me a rebuttal? Did you hear what he said? He says the hadith book is the lawyer of the Quran. So if you are questioning the Quran in that instance, what will a pagan or an atheist or agnostic say about the Quran? Okay, if you guys are telling us it's not from God, then let's put it aside. Why are we wasting our time then, mushriks? Let's put it aside. Let's talk about something else, right? That's it. The book is not from God. Because, okay, the book itself cannot speak for itself. So the book is dumb, according to the mushriks. Quran doesn't speak for itself. So it's dumb. When God is saying it's guidance for mankind, it's supposed to give you guidance. The mushrik says, no. No. How was the Quran preserved? There are holes in your own narratives. I proved it when I was giving Muhammad Hijab the rebuttal. Look, I tell you for a fact, it was my highest grossing video in a day ever when I did that rebuttal against Muhammad Hijab. My highest grossing video in a day, in a single day, ever. If it is left with the same people always watching me, that video will not be the highest grossing. Why do you think the other party were interested? Go to my video. Go and read the comment section. Go and compare the positive, comments against the negative comments. You see the positive totally outweighs the negative comment. But Muhammad Hijab's video, I wish it was still up. You go and check. The negative comments outweighs his positive comments, including his own people. They were writing negative comments against him. Yes. So the rebuttal I did pinched him to the core because they are not truthful. I even used their own hadith book to tell them how stupid they are by saying the book was only transmitted by oral transmission. You are the biggest fool to believe in that nonsense that the Quran was transmitted from oral transmission. You are the biggest fool. After these same foolish bozos telling you a goat or a sheep ate a page of the Quran. Again, you believe that nonsense, right? They tell you a sheep went under the pillow. What is a sheep looking under the pillow for? Whose room? Why will a sheep go to somebody's room looking for food? Food, oh, food under a pillow. Hey, my people, why? So if you are saying it ate the paper, and you are again are saying it was passed down from memorization, then if a sheep has eaten it, we should still find it in the Quran, that verse of stoning, right? Shouldn't we, ladies and gentlemen? If these same people told you that it was passed down through memorization, listen carefully. I don't know how the Hadith got people to be foolish. I don't know. I don't understand. Because the HEEBIE-JEEBIES is too much. I'm serious. Like, how did they get to convince people to believe that? You said the Quran was passed down through memorization, not by written text. So if it is memorization, and you said the sheep has eaten the page, then they should still have it in the Quran. Since it's memorization, it has been transmitted by memorization. So it should be written. We should find the verse where it says we should stone an adulterer or adulteress to death. Where is it? Nowhere to be found. No. And then they even said Prophet was telling Nana Aisha to show how to breastfeed adults. And then, oh my God, even telling someone to breastfeed an adult. When I did a debate with Siddiq Bozo, I gave all the references. And you claim this garbage book is the one going to tell me how the Quran got to me. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. Hey! The day I'll catch you, the foolish bozos, with the HEEBIE-JEEBIES in a debate again. I swear to God, God made me witness. No more mercy for you guys. I will make sure I set you up. Seriously. What kind of foolishness are these people up to? Thank you very much, Tuji Sky. I see you. Now, so let me just put one video. I'll go to the question and answer session. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Kamke says, it is easy to talk, it's harder to prove. You can dance all you want, but the truth won't move. Baba said, if you know, then let it be known. Yes. But if fear makes you silent, then your soul ain't grown. That's a fact. Yes, that's a fact. That's why when you see Baba Shuaib speaking, I look fearless. You tell me, when you see Baba Shuaib speaking about the Quran and God, do you look at me and see like I'm joking, or I'm not, I don't know what I'm saying, or I have fear in my soul? No. No. When Muhammad Hijab played my video on his page, I was blatantly telling them their books are garbages. Do you know how many years I've been doing this? Start counting since 2018. I've been consistent. I was even more fearless than this when I started. Go and check my records. Go and check my videos. I was more fearless than I was. I'm not fearless still, but I was more fearless back then. Yes, because it's not this is not a joke. Forget about when I put a jovial aspect in to just put some entertaining part, because the entertainment is needed to, you understand, to keep people glued. When you are too serious, people will not take you serious. That's how life works. When you are very, very serious about everything, nobody will take you serious. So sometimes you need the jovial aspect a bit, you understand? Even with your family, with your kids, you try it and see. If you're too serious with your family every time, you are so serious, your kids, everybody will not take you serious. They will think this guy is just something else. So sometimes you need that part. So that is why sometimes you see me trying to, MFG also trying to put the entertaining aspect, right? So for people who just think, oh, you have to always be serious, yeah, try creating your own content. Just be serious and let's see. Just, you are there in the comment section. You create your own content and you go and be serious 100%. You go. My guy, I'm not explaining the Quran. This is the shallow-minded aspect you guys don't understand. You're shallow-minded. Shallow-minded. The Quran has already been made clear. I'm bringing it in a different language so that you understand what is being said. That's all Baba Shuaib is doing. I'm not explaining the Quran. The Quran is already explained. If you say I'm explaining the Quran, which means God didn't explain the Quran, I don't know mushriks anyways. Mushriks, you don't know the difference between messenger and prophet. So how do you expect to even know the difference between explanation and making something known? Because God says we should make it known. This is the promise he made with Bani Israel. Quran chapter 3 verse 187. This is what God said. Let me show you if you don't know, because most of you, the mushriks, you don't study the Quran anyway. You don't even know the Quran. Even your hadith books, you don't know. This is the promise God did. Quran chapter 3 verse 187. By telling the children of Israel, it says, and when God took a covenant with those who were given the book, that you shall make it known to bayyinunnahu, to the people, and do not conceal it. This word to bayyinunnahu is to make something known. It has already been explained. It has already been clarified. Mine is just to make it available so that you see the verse. Okay, this is where God explains this and this and this. Okay, now Baba Shuaib, now I understand. That is all Baba Shuaib is doing. The moment you say, Baba Shuaib is explaining, you are the dumbest fool ever. Seriously, you are kaput in the head. I'm not explaining anything. The moment you say I'm explaining, which means God didn't explain. I'm only making it known. Know the difference, please. Because the mushrik's vocabulary is even difficult for you. You don't know the difference between words, choice of words. You don't know. Anyways, let's go. Please, when I open the phone lines, you the mushrik bozos, if you are here, you call, when I open the phone lines, please. I just want to hear how you articulate. Articulation is even difficult for mushriks, to be honest. The Muhammad Hijabs, the Ali Dawahs, you name all of them. Wallahi, they don't even know how to have a civilized talk, discussion. And these people have degrees. I wonder how? How? Who gave you degree? You bought it? Let's go to another video. I saw a video of this bozo. There's this video of a bozo. Let me play the video of a bozo here. This bozo, his name is Taqiyuddin. Is it Taqiyuddin or Taqiyuddin Muhtadi? I think it's an up and coming also mushrik trying to propagate something. Let's listen.
They only want to believe in the Quran and some parts of the Quran. They only want to say, I'm a Qur'ani, I only follow the Quran. They don't want to follow the Hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. This is easy. This is a huge movement, but it just shows ignorance. And it shows ignorance. Because in the Quran, if you read it properly, if you know what the Quran is, if you read it, it says, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِ يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran to the Prophet ﷺ to tell us that if you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then follow me. Follow the Prophet ﷺ. Okay, follow the Hadith, follow the Sunnah. If you would look from the Quran from start to end, it will not show you or tell you how to pray. It will not. It tells you pray, but it won't tell you how to pray. So what, do you make up a prayer for yourself and you pray and say, I only follow the Quran? It just shows ignorance, subhanAllah. And there are many times or many occasions that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shows us in the Quran to follow the Hadith or follow the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Yeah, so you usually hear this kind of foolish claims they make every time. This kind of claim, they make these foolish claims every time. And when we call them for dialogue and debate, they don't come. I don't understand. Seriously. When we want a civilized, arranged dialogue and debate, they will not come. Then they again go and tell their foolish audience that, this Quran is, don't debate them. Don't even engage them. But then again, on their platform, then they tell their audience, if you see them, ask them, how do you pray? Ask them, how was the Quran preserved? Ask them, what is wrong with these bozo fans of this? Seriously. No, seriously. They will sit in their comfort zone, in their glass houses, in front of their bozo audiences, and these are the kind of things they say here. Yes, comfortable, they will say. Now let's take his word one by one. I'm going to show you the foolishness. I did it to Muhammad Hijab, right? So let me show you to this bozo also. I'm just crashing his careers. This guy has only 2,000 subs on YouTube, right? But okay, let me just crash his career. Let's go.
Some people only want to believe in the Quran and some parts.
We never said we believe in only the Quran. This is the choice of words these dumbest fools don't understand. Quran alone followers didn't say we believe in the Quran alone. We never said that. If you read Quran chapter 2, verse 2 to verse 5, God is telling us we believe in what was before us and what was revealed to us. So we believe in something in the past which Quran confirms. If Quran confirms something in the past, I believe. So any statement you are bringing from any other source before the Quran, listen carefully, any other source you are bringing to me before the Quran came on earth, and Quran confirms that statement, I rock with it, I believe. Not after the Quran, I'm talking about before the Quran. Because the garbage books you have came after the Quran. So anything which came before the Quran and Quran confirms that statement, I rock with it, I believe. So we never said we believe in only the Quran. This is again how they misquote us, because they've been misquoting even God. If God says Atiullah wa Atiur Rasul, these foolish mushriks will say Atiullah wa Atiur Nabi. If you tell them open it and show me where it says Nabi, oh you are, it becomes a problem. With all their degrees, then they look foolish. Look at Muhammad HEEBIE-JEEBIES saying that the hikmah is the sunnah. Baba Shuaib gets you. Wallahi, you see. Let's go.
Parts of the Quran. They only want to say, I'm a Qurani, I only follow the Quran.
So now he put the word in the perspective. He says, I only follow the Quran. Okay, we don't say I'm a Qurani. No correct Quran alone followers goes out there and say, I'm a Quranist. No. It is your words you are using as an insult. I repeat to you, just as in the Bible, the Christians, the followers of Jesus were called Christians as an insult to say Christians, and then they later on took it upon themselves to say Christians. Similarly, the mushriks are doing the same to us by tagging us Quranists, Quraniyun, Qurani, and so on. So they use it as an insult to us. Do you understand? The mushriks, they use it as an insult to us. So when we take that word and coin it backwards and throw it to them, they look stupid. Because if I'm a Quranist, it means Quran is my book of guidance. That sounds right, right? Okay. So if you are Hadithist or Hadithiyun, the garbage or Bukhari-rist, the Bukhari-rist, because for you, Islam cannot stand without your garbage books. You said it bluntly in your own video. Muhammad HEEBIE-JEEBIES, the video, they said it, right? So without the Bukhari, the Islam doesn't exist anymore. So which means it's not the Quran that determines Islam for them. It is the Bukhari that determines Islam. I tell you, they are bozos, wallahi. I'm not joking to you, wallahi. The Muhammad Hijabs, the Mufti Mengs, the Zakir Naiks, the Asim Hakeem. That's my favorite bozo, by the way. Asim Hakeem is my favorite. I love that guy. I'll be playing his video today. Hey, Allah is mushriks. Allah barik you. Let's go.
I don't want to follow the hadith of the Prophet. This is.
So then he goes ahead to say, I don't want to follow the hadith of the Prophet. We don't say it that way. We keep correcting you fools again, over and over. We don't say, I don't want to follow the hadith. The Prophet doesn't have it. That's why God was asking him in Quran chapter 45, verse 6, فَبِأَيِّ حَدِيثِ بَعْدَ اللَّهِ وَآيَاتِهِ يُؤْمِنُونَ. God is asking the prophet, you go and read it, Quran chapter 45 verse 6. God was talking to the prophet, and he says, in which hadith after God and his verses will they believe? Yes, will they believe? So I don't believe in anything apart from the hadith of God. So why will the prophet again concoct hadith of himself and give it to you and say, hey, apart from God's hadith, after God saying which hadith and his, this is my hadith, that one doesn't include that one. Because you hear the foolish mushriks telling you this. They say, no, that the hadith of the prophet is different. Akhi. When we say hadith, akhi, you don't know the meaning of hadith. Quran is not a hadith, akhi, the hadith of the prophet. You don't believe in the hadith of the prophet, akhi. How do you know how to pray? How do you know how to pray? Okay, how do you know how to sleep with your wife if you don't believe in that? Seriously, how did the prophet mother and father slept with each other? Seriously. Let's go.
It's easy. I mean, people, there's a huge movement, but it's
oh, so now he says it's a huge movement. Oh, that's good. Now it's a huge movement. Because if the likes of Muhammad Hijabs, the like of Ali Dawahs, who have the 1.something million subscribers around the world, are already putting us on the top of their pages, something is up. Something is up. Wallahi, the time is up. Thank you, Aleshilo, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you. God bless you. The moment they are superstar bozos with the HEEBIE-JEEBIES are putting us on their pages, something is up. And guess what? We ain't gonna stop this. We are going all out. Let's go. No stopping. To be honest. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. Let's go. He says acrobat too. Which is a sniper. Okay, let's go. So now, this bozo, listen to this bozo, what he's saying. Watch.
it just shows ignorance.
So they like to call us names. And that's why, Baba Shuaib, I call them also names. Retaliation is allowed. If you don't understand this, please don't be ignorant. Quran chapter 42, verse 40. Retaliation is allowed. So Quran chapter 16, verse 126. You can use the like of what you have been attacked to attack back. It's allowed. Qisas is allowed. So when the mushriks are the first to start insulting us, don't feel emotional when you see Baba Shuaib getting at them with all the HEEBIE-JEEBIE names, bozo names, because they started it. I'm serious. Look, everything I do in my videos, I can justify them. Unless if you want to be the foolish, emotional person on your one-sided corner, and then you keep crying in the comment section, Baba Shuaib, why are you calling them names? Why are you insulting them? It's because you are a hypocrite then. Because am I insulting you? Why are you crying for them? Who told you they don't insult us? Who told you they don't call us names? Who told them they don't use any words against us? Huh? I do have the evidence. I can show you.
And it shows ignorance. Because in the Quran, if you read it properly, if you know what the Quran is.
Now, he says in the Quran, if you read it properly and you know what the Quran is, this statement goes against them. Wallahi. They don't read the Quran properly and they don't understand what the Quran is. Because the Quran is guidance, if you know what it is. Listen carefully. If you know what the Quran is guidance. And guidance needs to be checked carefully. It's just like you're following the navigator. Guys, for those who drive, pay attention to me carefully. If you know how to drive, you know when you're using the navigator, you need to carefully understand how the navigator works. Just because you have the navigator doesn't mean that's the end of the journey. I'm serious. Sometimes the navigator will tell, after 300 meters, turn left or turn right. And guess what? If you don't know how to use the navigator, you don't even know what is 300 meters. Because just imagine you just started learning mathematics. Huh? You just started learning mathematics, and then you hear the navigator telling you after 300 meters, turn right. Oh my God. Now you are trying to remember what your teacher told you about measurements, about, length. You're like, 300 meters, how? What is 300 meters? So you eventually miss your right turn. Are you getting my point? So this guy is saying, if you know the Quran very well, if you read it carefully, because we read it carefully, we study it carefully, so we know the Quran. Quran chapter 17 verse 9, just as my brother put it there. Inna hadha al-Qur'ana yahdi lillati hiya aqwam. It says, indeed, this Quran guides to that which is more appropriate. Yes, the Quran, it guides to that which is more appropriate. So that's enough for me. So if the Quran can guide me to what is more appropriate, then what do I need? I need to tranquil, examine the book, reflect, and then take what it's saying. Are you getting my point? Okay, so now let's go. Zach, don't worry, I'll bring you. Just have patience with Baba Shuaib. I'll bring you at the right time. Let me finish lecturing my wise audience. When I'm done, I'll come for your HEEBIE-JEEBIES. Don't worry, don't worry. So let's go.
If you read it, it says, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي.
So now he's quoting Quran chapter 3 verse 31. And this is what they like to do. When they quote, they leave the context and then they go outside the Quran to give their own opinion from their garbage books. So look what he's going to do.
يحببكم الله. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran to the Prophet to tell us that if you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then follow me. Follow the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, follow the hadith, I mean.
What did he say? Let me put on my glasses. I cannot see him well. Let me see him very well. Let's go again. Let's go. Listen carefully. I need the glasses to hear. I don't need the glasses to see. I wear my glasses to hear him well. Let's go back.
Follow me. Follow the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, follow the hadith, I mean.
Allah, these mushriks, I don't understand them. Wallah.
God have mercy upon us.
Let me drink some water. Seriously. When I catch you guys, so follow me. It means follow the hadith. How? No, how? How did follow me automatically? How did follow me become follow the hadith? How? Is that how logic works? Imran, advocate of, let me put it back so that I can understand him very well. You know the feeling when in Africa, when you're dealing with the elder people, even my dad does the same. My dad is over 70 something years. And sometimes he put on glasses like this and he will look over the glasses. The glasses is supposed to help you to see very well. But when you know that when the elders pull their glasses down and look at you over the glasses, wallahi, it means there's a problem. I'm not joking. Look, when an elder is wearing glasses like this, you know the elders, they use glasses where the lens is big enough to see. The moment you see an elder wearing glasses and then they push the glasses down like this, down, sometimes like this or sometimes from here. But when they do it like this and they look at you like this, it means you are saying the biggest BS ever. I'm serious. And this is how the mushriks, this is how they talk. I'm not joking with you, to be honest. Look, sometimes it's better when you go next to the mushriks, please buy glasses. I think very soon they have to be correctional officer glasses on the side, so that when you go to any event with the correctional officer here, the moment you wear the glasses and the sheikh is the sheikh is saying follow hadith, then you do this. Wallahi, the sheikh would know what you're telling. I'm serious. This look. Guys, look, the mushrik, they fooled you for so long. I'm serious. When I watch Ali Dawah and he was selling prayer mat, he says the mat is going to teach you how to pray. So you hey, the mat is going to teach you how to pray. So they are selling the mat. Anyways, let's go. Let's go.
Follow the hadith, follow the sunnah. If you would look from the Quran from start to end, it will not show you or tell you how to pray. It will not.
So to them, follow the hadith, follow the sunnah is about prayer. The verse says, "In kuntum tuhibbuna Allah fattabi'uni." He says, if you should love God, then follow me. But he's talking in the sense of a messenger. A messenger. Let's see the verse. Look. Let me show you the verse. The verse is Quran chapter 3, verse 31. And I'm going to read up to 32 to show you the context. Then you understand what is being said, right? Okay. So here is the verse on the screen. So God says, Kul in kuntum tuhibbuna Allah fattabi'uni yuhibbukumullah wa yaghfir lakum zunubakum. Then he says what? Wallahu ghafurur rahim. So now the verse starts with a feel, we call it feel amr. That is the verbal command. Feel amr. Now this command is kul, which is a verb as a command. Kul. So when somebody is told to say and he's going to repeat the same thing, he becomes a messenger because he has been given a message to deliver. So say, God is now talking to the messenger. So now say, if you should love God, talking to believers, if you should love God, then follow me, still as a messenger. You are following because he's saying a statement that God asked him to say. So you are going to follow him as a messenger. And the verse is going to bring the clarity. I'm going to go to 32. It will bring clarity for you. Because the mushriks, they don't know how clarity works. You know, they are kaput. They need to format the hard disk. If you should love God, then follow me. God will love you. He didn't say follow my sunnah. He didn't say follow my hadith. He didn't say follow any garbage books. Follow me. God will love you and forgive you your sins. For God is forgiving and merciful. Does it stop there? No. Let's go to the next verse. Verse 32. Again, say, obey God and obey the messenger. So obey God and the messenger. Do you see how the verse gives you the context? Because the reference is about a messenger. A messenger delivers a message. Quran chapter 5, verse 67. Kul. God is telling the messenger, Ya ayyuha rasul, balligh ma unzila ilayka min rabbik. Wa in lam taf'alu, fama ballagta risalatahu. Wallahu ya'simuka minan nas. Inna Allah la yahdi al-qawm al-kafirin. So now God is telling the messenger, deliver what has been revealed to you or from your Lord. You have to deliver it. So now if a messenger is told to say and is saying, it is a messenger now speaking. It is not his personal life as a prophet or anything as a prophet. So now he's saying, obey God and the messenger. But if they turn away, who are they? The first group in the first verse, 31. Because he is now telling them, if you should love God, then follow me. So now God is saying in the verse 32, obey God and the messenger. But if they turn away, or you can say if you turn away, it is still consistent. You can say if they, or you can say if you, and it's still consistent because it's a plural form. Tawallaw is signify the plural of doing in this instance of turning away. So if they turn away, then indeed God does not like the disbelievers, because it is the disbelievers who don't believe. So they will not follow the messenger. So the context is about a messenger. And a messenger has a message to deliver. So this is why God summarized the statement here in Quran chapter 24, verse 54. This is what God says. Look, in Quran chapter 24, verse 54, then God says this. Kul ati'ullah wa ati'ur rasul. Then he says, fa in tawallaw fa innama alayhi ma hummila wa alaykum ma hummiltum. Then he says, wa in tuti'uhu tatadu. So God says, say, the messenger, tell them, obey God and obey the messenger. Because remember, Quran chapter 4, verse 80, chapter 4, verse 80, it says, Man yuti'i rasula faqad ata Allah. Whoever obeys the messenger has obeyed what? God. Because the messenger only has to tell you what God says. It never said the prophet, because the prophet has his personal life. Understand the difference. It's just like a police officer on a duty and off duty. A police officer on duty has to show you his warrant, a badge or something. A police officer off duty, there's no warrant, there's no badge, anything. Understand the difference. So Muhammad is a prophet and a messenger. You are asked to obey him as a messenger because the message comes from God. As a prophet, he has his own personal life. He can tell his wife to cook fried rice and chicken. Yes. So chapter 24, verse 54, say, as the messenger is telling the people, obey God and obey the messenger. But if you turn away, then upon him is only what has been imposed, and upon you is what you have been imposed. Then he says, and if you obey him, that is as a messenger, listen carefully, foolish mushriks don't understand the difference here. If you obey him, then what? You will be guided, because he has a message from God. It is only God who can give you guidance. Quran chapter 2, verse 38. If guidance comes from me to you, whoever will follow my guidance will have no fear, nor will they grieve. So the guidance can only be from God. That is why he told the prophet in Quran chapter 2, verse 272, Laysa alayka hudahum, walakinna Allaha yahdi man yasha. Their guidance is not based on you, Muhammad, but however, God guides whomever he wills. So guidance is only in the hands of God. So even if Baba Shuaib can guide you, it has to be from the words of God. If you obey what Baba Shuaib is saying from the words of God, then you'll be guided. Not my opinion, from the words of God, what you can verify. If you obey that, you'll be guided. Baba Shuaib himself doesn't have guidance. Prophet Muhammad himself doesn't have guidance. Listen carefully. I'm talking to the wise people, by the way. So now, then he says, you'll be guided. Then he says, and only the clear notification is upon the messenger. So do you see the summary of the verse talking about the messenger? If you are talking to a foolish mushrik bozu right now, he will say, Akhi, that's the prophet here. Akhi, but it's the prophet. Yeah, yallah, Akhi, but Muhammad is the, hey, this guy doesn't believe in the prophet. Where is the prophet mentioned? Oh. They quote verses out of context. They always mess up the Quran. Always. Look, let's go back to the comedian, to the video. Let's go back.
It tells you pray, but it won't tell you how to pray.
He says the Quran tells you to pray, but the Quran doesn't tell you how to pray. This guy is a bozo. I repeat again, he's a bozo. Quran chapter 16, verse 89. This is what God told the prophet. Check the verse. This is the verse on the screen. Hey, Bozo, leave my page. This is the verse on the screen. Verse 89. And the day we will raise among every nation a witness against them from themselves. And we will bring you, because Muhammad is a messenger, we will bring you as a witness, listen carefully, as a witness against these, his own people, Ha'ulai, these, his people. And we have revealed the book to you, alayka, second person pronoun, as clarification for all things. There is no exception. Listen carefully. As clarification for all things. Foolish mushriks don't agree with this. They say, Akhi, show me where it says 5 prayers. Are you dumb? If God didn't say 5 prayers, then who asked you to do it? Are you nuts? If God didn't tell you to do raka'at, who asked you to do it? Your God, Bukhari? Huh? They will say, show me where the Quran says 2.5. Are you dumb? If the Quran doesn't say 2.5, then who tell you to do it? Your God, Bukhari? So you are Bukhariists. You don't get it? You are Bukhariists. Because if you are going to ask me questions we don't find in the book of God, and we find it in the Bukhari, then you are Bukhariists. They ask some of the dumbest questions and they think they are asking wise questions. Seriously. So now, God is talking to believers in the Quran. The verse is explicit and clear. God says, and we have revealed the book to you as a clarification for all things. And there's no exception. The all things, and God is going to tell you to who God is talking to. God says, and as guidance and mercy and good news for who? For the Muslims, not the mushriks, not Ali Sunnah, not the Sunnis. It is not a guidance. It is not a mercy. It is not a good news for the Sunnis. Wallahi, wallahi, I'm not joking. The book that God has given as a clarification for all things is a guidance and a mercy and a good news, but not for the Sunnis, and not for the Shia, and not for Tijaniya, not for Ahmadiyya. Wallahi, wallahi, it's for Muslims. And you know who Muslims are? They are not mushriks. Yes. Because the Prophet himself was commanded to be of the Muslims. Quran chapter 27 verse 91. Wa umirtu an akuna minal muslimin. And that I have been commanded to be of the Muslims. That is what Prophet Muhammad told you, right? Okay. So now this verse is clearly telling you that the book gives you clarification of all things for the Muslims. So it is the Muslims who will get the answers they want in the Quran. Are you getting my point? So then they will ask you, Quran says you should pray, but it doesn't tell you how to pray. You are very dumb and foolish again. Let's go and check the verse. God says in Quran chapter 4 verse 26. Here. He says, Yuridu Allahu li yubayyina lakum wa yahdiyakum sunan allazina min qablikum wa yatuba alaykum. Then he says, Wallahu alimun Hakeem. So God says, God intends, listen carefully, God intends to clarify to you and guide you to the examples of those before you, and to forgive you. So now, the examples of those before us, they are the prophets and the messengers before us. So their examples are all in the Quran. You see the examples of Abraham, Moses, Jesus, all of them. Even Muhammad himself is in the Quran. So now, if you go to Quran chapter 4 verse 102, don't you see Muhammad establishing salat with the believers? Chapter 4 verse 102. You didn't see him there standing with the believers and then they prostrate? Okay, not that. Quran chapter 19 verse 58. Don't you see that prophets mentioned that when the verses are recited to them, they fall down in prostration in their salat? And it tells you in verse 59, after them, the people who came lost the salat. Don't you see again in Quran chapter 17 verse 106, when you read up to 110, it tells you that there are believers in the previous book that it is read to them, they fall down in prostration, weeping, and then they say, Subhana Rabbina in kana wa'adu Rabbina la maf'ula. And then at the end of the ending of the verse, God is telling you, do not be loud with your salat and do not be silent with it. Seek a means in between. Is that not the example of salat God is giving you in the Quran? Is that not the example? So God has clarified the issue. It's there. Why will God tell you to get up if you're getting up for the salat? Chapter 5 verse 6. If you're getting up for the salat, wash your faces, wash your hands to the elbows, all these things. Why do you think God is commanding, putting the details there? So God can put the details of the ghusl, and he doesn't have the details of the salat, or just because you have shallow mind, you don't study the book. What are the examples of the prophets there for you there? Quran chapter 3 verse 113, God is telling you, among the people of the book, there's a nation or group of people who get up at night, standing and reciting the verses of God, and then they prostrate. Don't you see the concept of salat there? So you need to be told, okay, you need to stand like this and make sure one finger is facing like this. You need to face Qibla. You have to face the north. If you don't face the angle very well, God is not going to accept. So when you are standing, try to find the corner of your room. Make sure you are 90 degrees facing the corner. And make sure you put a chair in front of you so nobody passes. These are the details you want, right? So show me, how do you pray? That's what you want us to tell you. Bozos. Let's go.
You make up a prayer for yourself, and you pray and say, oh, I only follow the Quran. It just shows ignorance, subhanAllah. And there are many times or many occasions that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shows us in the Quran to follow the Hadith.
Subhanallah. Subhanallah. So he says there are many cases in the Quran that the Quran shows us to follow the Hadith. The question is, which Hadith? Oh my God. Quran chapter 52 verse 34. I don't understand. And these people are people's husbands and fathers and whatever have you. And these people are even having degrees and so on. I don't understand how. How? Hey, let's go. Let me help them. Look at this verse. Quran chapter 52 verse 34. God says, فَلْيَاتُوا بِحَدِيثٍ مِثْلِهِ إِن كَانُوا صَادِقِينَ. Then let them bring a hadith, a discourse. Let them bring a hadith like it, a masculine pronoun representing the book, representing the Quran. Let them bring a hadith like it, if they should be truthful. No, let the mushriks bring a hadith like the Quran if they are truthful. They are just waste of space. I don't know if Elon Musk get the spaceship ready, he should take the mushriks to the Mars. It's better, and leave the earth for us, to be honest. Let them go.
The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
So this is the mushrik for you. This kind of mushriks. Allah, these guys. Let me put this guy's video. Asim al-Hakeem. Listen to Asim al-Hakeem. Listen to what he said. Asim al-Hakeem said this. I put this video here. Listen to what Asim al-Hakeem said.
Some hadiths contradict. Some hadiths say that the ummah would be divided into 72 sects. The other one says the ummah would be divided to 73 sects. First of all, do you believe that the hadiths are from Allah Azza wa Jal and they are a revelation? The answer is yes. This is crystal clear in the Quran, where Allah says, whatever the Prophet, the Messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, brings to you, you have to accept, and whatever he tells you not to do, you have to refrain. And this is only from the hadith. The Quran is there, and Allah Azza wa Jal always says, وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولَ. Always obey Allah and obey the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. What does that mean? It means that Allah Azza wa Jal has preserved this deen through the Quran and through the prophetic Hadith. So, excuse me, if you believe in that, you have to accept that the Hadith is preserved from Allah.
Okay.
God have mercy upon us.
Okay. So guys, I want you to pay close attention to what this bozo, it's my favorite bozo, by the way. This bozo scholar, Asim Hakeem, can you kindly tag him in the comment section. Tag him just at Asim Hakeem. He uses Asim Hakeem. He has also more than 1 million followers on YouTube. Please make an @ for him. Anyways, he's my favorite bozo, right? Let's take his words one by one. So whenever it gets to the point he's saying something stupid, I'll draw my glasses down. Then you know something is wrong, right? So now listen again.
As why do some hadiths contradict? Some hadiths say that the ummah would be divided into 72 sects. The other one says the ummah would be divided to 73 sects. First of all, do you believe that the hadiths are from Allah Azza wa Jal and they are a revelation? The answer is yes.
Thank you. Say Alhamdulillah. Yes. It's not easy. It's not easy. Allah, were you? If you are a mushrik, you are damn. Wallahi, if you are a mushrik, you are damn. You don't need factory reset. You need to be formatted. Your brain needs new capacity. What? Allah mushrik. I cannot get angry. No, I can't. There is no way I can get angry. No, I cannot get angry. Seriously, I can't. Oh my God. Somebody says your laugh is infectious. Hey. This guy said he's not a scholar, by the way. Asim Hakeem. He said he's not a scholar.
Akhi, when I talk about Islamic issues, I don't talk from my own self. I'm not a scholar. I don't come up and think, yeah, I think this is halal, this is haram. This is crystal clear in the Quran, where Allah says, whatever the Prophet, the Messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, brings to you, you have to.
Guys, did you notice how he quickly corrected himself? Did you notice how he quickly corrected himself? Has he been watching Baba Shuaib's video? I don't know. But do you see how he wanted to say prophet and he says messenger? These guys are playing the game of semantics. I'm serious. Look, pay attention.
Where Allah says, whatever the Prophet, the Messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam,
did you see what he just did? Do you see that? But now he's going to flop with the statement because they are playing games with the audience. I'm serious, because the audience, they respect the position and the followers of these people, the fan base.
brings to you, you have to accept, and whatever he tells you not to do, you have to refrain.
Quoting chapter 59 verse 7 out of context, and that is not what the verse says. And you see some foolish mushriks out there. When Baba Shuaib is speaking about this, calling these bozos out, you see Baba Shuaib is insulting your scholars. How can I be watching a liar like this and I will not curse him? May the curse of God be on this man. Wallahi. Is that what God said? Quran chapter 2 verse 159. God says, I can curse these people because they are concealing what God has revealed from the guidance and the evidence. They are concealing and twisting it. Is that what God said? No. May the curse of God be upon him. Wallahi.
And this is only from the hadith.
You see? He quoted chapter 59 verse 7 out of context, and he even twisted what God said. Then now he is saying that this is from the hadith, that you get the hadith. That it means the messenger would give you hadith and say, take this. And where did he give you Sahih Bukhari? No, Biko, please. Where did he give you Sahih Bukhari? Where? I don't understand. Where? In which book did Prophet Muhammad said he gave you Sahih Bukhari or Sahih Muslim? Where?
The Quran is there. And Allah Azza wa Jal always says, وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولَ. Always obey Allah and obey the Prophet alayhi salam.
You see, oh my God, you see what he just did again? God says, obey God and obey the messenger. Now, he intentionally twists the words and he says, obey God and obey the Prophet. And he says the Quran is there. So they try to distinguish the Quran separately. Obey the Prophet means go to the garbage books. So then they will say the messenger gave you the garbage books to follow. This is scam. This is what we call scam. It's fraud. Wallahi. All the Sunni scholars you have, they are fraudsters. Wallahi. I'm not joking. They are fraudsters. Full time. Twisting the words of God. Wallahi. Criminals. Wallahi. They want to pretend they are smarter than God. So if God says messenger, no, they say, God doesn't mean messenger, it's prophet. If you ask these foolish mushriks again, the Rasul and the Nabi, the duty, is it the same? They say no. The duty is not the same. But if they are not the same, why are you still interchanging? When God says messenger, then you take the messenger out, you put prophet there. How can you be so foolish and simple basic Arabic? You don't even spot the difference. Wallahi, no mushrik on earth can prove to me one verse from the Quran where it says Ati'ullaha wa Ati'u Nabi. It doesn't exist in the Quran. You will never find such a verse. So they don't reason. They are kaput in the head, I keep telling you. Every mushrik you know on earth is a bozo. I don't care. If it's a father, it's a mother, it's an angel. So far as it's a mushrik, it's a bozo. Because they don't know how the thought process, the reasoning, they reason backwards.
What does that mean? It means that Allah Azza wa Jal has preserved this deen through the Quran and through the prophetic hadith.
Is that what God said? God preserved the deen through the Quran and through the prophetic hadith. Is that what he said? Where? No, where? He protect. Whatever the vocabulary, the words are even gone. Asim Hakeem, you are my favorite, but it's too much. Why? Hey. This is too much.
Excuse me.
Look at the cough. This cough is even fake. This is the cough of a scammer. Like, the cough came out. Why the cough even at that time? Where is the cough coming from? Allah, these mushriks, they are amazing. Amazing mushriks. You see the fake cough he did? Excuse me. Excuse who? You are lying. You even lied. You didn't say excuse me for lying. Now you just did a fake cough and you say excuse me.
If you believe in that, you have to accept that the hadith is preserved from Allah.
Hadith is preserved from God, but yet they said their scholars preserve the hadith. Allah, may God curse these people. Wallahi, Allah is sine muku the kariyenga. Wallahi, may God curse them. Wallahi, may they struggle in this world, inshallah. So a brother asked me a question. Let me elaborate this question before I open the phone lines, right? A brother asked me a question concerning Quran chapter 3 verse 28, right? I'm putting the verse on the screen. Quran chapter 3 verse 28. And this is the verse. I'm going to put it on the screen. So let's examine this verse. Quran chapter 3 verse 28 says, let not the believers take the disbelievers as allies. La yattakhizil mu'minuna l-kafirina awliya. So he says, let not the believers take the disbelievers as allies. It is forbidden by God, right? The believers are not to take the disbelievers as allies. Awliya. Listen to the word carefully. Awliya. Awliya is different from having an acquaintance, like knowing a disbeliever as an acquaintance or somebody as an acquaintance. It's different. So when we say awliya, we are talking about an ally. Just like we have Saudi Arabia now is an ally to America. Saudi Arabia of today. They are allies of America, USA. You understand? So now, when God says, let not the believers take disbelievers, the moment the person has been classified as kafir, according to Quran chapter 109, verse 1 to verse downwards. Kul ya ayyuhal kafirun la a'budu ma ta'budun. So disbelievers are those who totally reject your faith. They are not interested in your religion, your faith. So God says, let not the believers take disbelievers as allies. You're not taking somebody as an ally. Listen carefully. Meaning you are not on the same team. When you have an ally, you partner in things and you become like a team against an enemy. So when God says, let not believers take disbelievers as allies, other than the believers, because he has already told you in the Quran, believers have to be allies of each other. It is not a disbeliever who has to be your ally. Because if you are an ally to a disbeliever, guess what? A disbeliever can be attacking another believer and you cannot say anything. You become a hypocrite. So let not the believer take a disbeliever as an ally. And we see it happening today. Saudi Arabia is an ally to Israel. United Arab Emirates is an ally to Israel. So if today Israel is killing Palestine, Saudi Arabia will be quiet. United Arab Emirates will be quiet. Qatar and so on will be quiet because they are already having allegiance. Their alliance with what? Israel. So when God says, let not believers take the disbelievers as allies, other than the believers, I'm going to show you the reason why. So now, I take you to Quran chapter 8 verse 73. In Quran chapter 8 verse 73, this is what God says. It says, and those who have disbelieved are allies of each other. Unless you, the believers, you do such, you do similar like that, you also become allies as believing team. The disbelievers are already partners. They are allies. They support each other. Just like we see today happening, like you have Europe and America partnering together against Russia, or they become allies. If you don't understand how alliance work, you become allies. You can partner in attacking an enemy. You understand? You can be, one common objective as a union against an enemy. Right? Okay. So now, God says, and those who have disbelieved are allies of each other. Unless you, the believers, do such, there will be discord, that is chaos, fitna, on earth, and big corruption. That's the corruption we are seeing today. It is because of corruption, countries like Saudi Arabia and countries like United Arab Emirates cannot say anything to Israel, even though Israel is killing Palestine. Egypt is watching. Palestine is being killed. You understand? It is because of this thing God is warning. They are not taking it seriously by going against what God says. It got to a point you don't dare hold Palestinian flag in Saudi Arabia. You can be arrested. Yes. Palestine, I remember Palestine was dying whilst the World Cup was being played in Qatar. Do you remember? No, do you remember? You understand? So this alliance, God already told us about believers when we are unified, or we have this conformity of being together, we become strong. That's why we have Surah As-Saf, chapter 61. We become like a compacted bond. Nobody can break that wall. So now, then God says, there will be big corruption if believers don't become allies with each other. The moment believers start having this alliance with disbelievers, there's a problem. Hypocrisy and big corruption start. There's fitna on earth. We can see the fitna. Can you see the fitna or you don't see it? The chaos happening on earth. Are you aware there's chaos on earth or not? The reason is because of this alliance. Again, I take you to Quran chapter 5, verse 56. And I'm going to read up to verse 57 so that the alliance can make sense to you. In Quran chapter 5, verse 56, God says, وَمَنْ يَتَوَلَّى اللَّهِ وَرَسُولَهُ. Then he says, وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا فَإِنَّ حِزْبَ اللَّهِ هُمُ الْغَالِبُونَ. So he says, and whoever allies with God and his messenger and those who have believed, then indeed the party of God are the winners. That's Hizbullah. Now when you continue to 57, then it says, O you who believe, do not take those who have taken your religion in mockery. We have people who take your religion as mockery. They mock your religion. They mock your religion. Then it says, and play among those who were given the book before you. Because all those countries you see fighting against the Islamic Muslims, they are actually Christian countries. Yes. You see countries like America. America is a Christian country. You see Israel, they are actually pledging allegiance to Judaism and those kind of. So these are the people of the book. And then before you and the disbelievers as allies. So don't go and take those one before you as allies, and don't go and take the disbelievers as allies. You understand? So now it says, and beware of God if you should be believers. So now God is warning believers, don't go and take the disbelievers who are already against you, like Israel has been mocking Islam for a long time. Even till today, they are scholars, they are rabbis, they are against Islam, they are mocking Islam. But still, Saudi Arabia is a friend to Israel. United Arab Emirates is a friend to Israel. Then you ask yourself, is Saudi Arabia not going against this verse? Is United Arab Emirates not going against this verse? Is Qatar not going against this verse? Let me show you one of Qatar's defense minister. Is it defense minister or minister of finance? If I'm mistaken, please correct me. I'm going to play his video. Check this video of this man, what he was saying, and see if we are not dealing with the evil world right now. I'm going to put his video. Where's the video? Bear with me. Listen to what he said. I'm going to play the video. I think he's for, is it Minister of Finance or Minister of Defense? Is it for, it's either for United Arab Emirates or Qatar. For those who know the video, you know the name. So please help me out. I'm going to play the video. Watch what he said. Just a second, it's loading. Just a bit. Just a second. I'm going to play the video. You listen carefully to what he said. This is the video. Listen carefully.
I'm a businessman, and I will even do business with devil, as long it is win-win for both.
I'm repeating the video again. For those who know him, please help me out with his name. Listen carefully what he was saying.
I'm a businessman, and I will even do business with devil, as long it is win-win for both.
Anybody know this man? This was from an interview.
I'm a businessman, and I will even do business with devil, as long it is win-win for both.
And I actually took this video from BBC. This is from BBC. For people who are saying it's AI or whatever, it's not artificial intelligence. This was from an interview. And this person, I didn't happen to save the name somewhere because I have it when I was sharing that video from where I took it from the page, BBC page. And please, if somebody knows this man, just help me with the name. I can just ask the AI, but not right now. I can ask the AI to find the information. So he said he's a businessman and he can even have business with the devil as long as it's a win-win scenario. So meaning if they are partnering with Israel to do business, they don't care who Israel is killing. Yeah, they just did with the devil, just is a win-win. And Israel, when Israel is doing business with you, they tell you don't interfere in their when they are dealing with somebody, don't interfere. Yes, you don't have to interfere. Yes, they gave me his name. It's Akbar al-Bakr. Akbar al-Bakr. You can search the video on YouTube. If you think it's AI, search the video on YouTube. You will find a video. Yes, somebody says it's ex-Qatar Airways CEO. Yes, ex-Qatar Airways CEO. Yes. Search it for yourself. Now, when you have people with prominence start saying things like this, then you know what is going on. Do you get the point? Okay. So now it's time to bring the people with the HEEBIE-JEEBIES on board. Do we have Zach here? Let me put the invitation link. I put it in the comment section here. This is the invitation link. Let me go on Facebook to put it also. Just a second. I'm just putting this on Facebook also. Let me put it in the comments. I need to pin this one. Yeah, okay. I put it in the comment section. Oh, just a second. Yeah. Yeah, Salam, your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name is Elijah and I'm from Germany.
Elijah from Germany. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Elijah. How may I help you, Elijah?
Yeah, hello. So I was, you know, a lot of videos from Quran alone, Muslims showed up in my feed. And I would say that you're lacking parts of the truth, a big chunk of the truth, because I would say that the Sunnah is essential, or is something that God, you know, ordained mankind to believe in, and the Prophet came.
Can you define truth for us? What is the definition of truth?
Truth is anything that is self-evident. Everything that you see as truth. It's like defining what is one. You automatically understand what is one. I cannot break it further down. Truth is just everything that you see as truth. It cannot be further defined.
Let me give you a simple elaboration of truth. Truth is any piece of information that can be verified.
Mm-hmm.
It is anything that can be verified. That is the truth. If somebody makes a statement or somebody makes a claim and can be verified, that becomes the truth at that given time.
Yeah.
So then in this modern day, we have something people call the personal truth. So now in the Sunni perspective, when they are speaking from their own scholarly discourse or their books, they can say some things is the truth because that is their perspective of the truth. But when we are talking about in the general terms, the truth can only come from God. Do you agree?
No, I disagree.
Okay, so who is Al-Haq?
God's name is the truth. Yes, that's one of his names.
Is there anybody or anyone in this universe or outside this universe who is Al-Haq?
Yes, everybody who stands for truth can be called truth.
Where can I verify that statement you just said?
It depends on the context. It's because it's your human discernment. So when, for example, when I say 2 + 2 is 4,
I'm only
you're
asking
automatically accepting it. Your soul is accepting the truth.
I'm asking a simple question.
Mm-hmm.
You just said,
yes,
it is not only God who is Al-Haq. Anybody else can be Al-Haq, you said, right?
In a certain context, yes.
I'm not asking certain context, generalized statement, in a generalized understanding. Stop saying in a certain, when you say certain, you are putting a few part of, you know, the issue. In the general term, is God Al-Haq or not?
Yes, God is the truth.
Thank you. So in a general term, apart from God being the truth, the absolute truth, is there anybody else who can be the Al-Haq?
The absolute truth, only God is the absolute truth for his absolutely. But you can be a truth.
I'm not talking about me or anything. If I am the truth, it can be in certain aspects.
Yes.
Don't generalize me. I can only be the truth for some given perspective.
Exactly.
Yes, but listen to my term clearly. I said it's in a generalized term. I'm not saying in a perspective or in a minute understanding. I'm talking about in a generalized term. Who is Al-Haq?
God is the truth. Why? Because he always speaks the truth and all the truth comes from him.
Thank you. Then the religion, who does it belong to?
It belongs to God.
So if we want absolute truth of the religion, who should we go to?
God.
Thank you. Are we settled?
Of course.
Okay, so what is your excuse now? What are you trying to convince me with?
God created the world. So, for example, if you look at his creation, if you look at stones, for example, you come to the conclusion that somebody had to create it. Thus, you come to a true conclusion based on God's creation. So, through the creation, you can also come to the truth. And the prophets and the believers are creations of God, and thus,
if you come
the believers
to the
and the
truth,
prophets, you can
if you come to the truth, how do you know it's the truth without verifying it? How
within
something is a truth.
Within your soul. I said it. 2 + 2 is 4. You automatically know it. I cannot break it
No,
down.
no.
You don't accept 2 + 2 is 4?
No. For the sake of argument, I
that's
can
your
tell you.
problem.
Listen carefully. For the sake of argument, I can create another perspective for what 2 + 2 means.
No, you can't.
Okay, let's use this logic. Let's use this logic. In mathematics, 1 + 1 is what?
2.
Okay, so now I'm going to speak outside mathematics. Listen carefully. 1 + 1 can give me 3. True or false?
False.
Okay, so now I said outside mathematics. You see that this is where I'm going to play smarter than you right now. Check what I'm going to do. Pay attention. Outside mathematics. So now, when a man is about to get married, he's alone, right?
There's no such thing outside of
Oh,
mathematics.
wait, let me finish talking. Follow me.
Okay.
We are not talking about a man is going to get married. He's alone, right?
Yes.
He's one. When he gets married, become 2. When the woman becomes pregnant, she gives birth to a child. They become what?
3.
1 + 1 now give you 3.
Yes, I would say that's 1 +
but
1
listen,
+ 1.
This is outside mathematics. But do you see is it logical still or not?
No, I would say it's 1 + 1 + 1 from my perspective.
Okay, so the moment you add the word plus in between, what does it become? The final answer, what does it become?
It becomes mathematics because everything is mathematics.
No.
What
I'm
is a
asking
mathematician?
you for the answer. I'm not asking you the category it is. I'm asking you. The moment you say 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 3 times, what does it become? What does the answer become?
It becomes 1 + 1 + 1 is 3. And what I'm saying is God is a mathematician.
Where did the third number 1? Where does it come from?
From the 1 and the 2, and
Thank
from
you.
God. The 3.
Thank you. No.
So it's 3.
Please don't play smart here. We are talking to the correctional officer. I just laid the foundation. You fell in the trap. I told you we are going outside the rules of mathematics.
You can't.
And who said I can't?
Everything is based on mathematics.
Okay, who formed the number 0?
God.
Where? Show me a verse where God says 0.
There's no such a verse. When Abraham knew that there's only one
said,
God,
show
where was the
me.
verse?
How can you
He
say
knew
God
it from
said
his soul.
something? God said something and you cannot prove it?
Okay, how did Abraham know that the religion
Don't ask
of
me a
God is
question
true?
you didn't answer. I said, show me where
There's
God
your
says
answer.
0.
In Abraham's example, Abraham
Show
knew.
me where God says 0.
You know it by your soul. Your soul knows.
Give me a
Your
verse.
your
Give me a
soul is
verse.
programmed by God, and your
Give
soul
me a
understands that
verse.
there's 0.
Yes, give me a verse.
If you have an apple and you eat the apple, how many apples do you have?
Don't ask me a question when you have not answered
You
my
have
question.
0 apples then.
You have to answer my question before you ask me a question.
Okay.
Where did God say 0?
I have, as I said, if you have 1 apple and you eat the apple, you have
I
0
repeat,
apples.
where
God
did
created
God
that
say
logic.
0?
In your mind.
Elijah, thank you for your time. Let me bring the next caller. Thank you.
Okay, and Jesus was a Salafi.
He said Jesus was a Salafi. Hey, Akrovet, where are you?
God have mercy upon us.
Okay, let's go to the next caller. Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
My brother, your name and where you're calling from?
Thank you. My name is Anmar. I live in Sweden, born in Iraq, 24 years old, and my mother is a Shia and my father is a Sunni. I don't believe in both, put it that way.
Okay, I understand. I understand your point.
Thank you for your time. I actually respect that, and I follow you and Muhammad from God. I think your work is really good, and I have some questions.
Sure, that's good. Thank you.
Me personally, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm listening. I said, yeah.
Yeah. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of Hadith. I can put it that way. And for me, I don't think that that's the right way to go, because the Quran is sufficient enough for us to understand everything, I believe. But history tells us a lot about what's right and what's wrong. And the Quran also shares a lot of history that shows us what's right and what's wrong. And as I said, I don't believe a lot in Hadith, but somehow it shows us a bit of some history. Also the Quran, and the Quran is much sufficient than the Hadith. I believe it. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is that I reject the Hadith. But if we look in history, and I've asked that question a lot in the chat, but I didn't get the answer. I don't know why my name and why my picture changed. I had to log in. My question is, what's your thought about Ahl al-Bayt and Ali ibn Talib?
I don't have any thoughts about them if they are not in the book of God. I don't care about who they are.
But they're in chapter 33, ayah, or not chapter, sorry, Surah 33, ayah 33.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's your thought? Like, for me,
did God ask us to follow them?
No, but I think that there is
leave them on the side. If God didn't say I should follow them, put them out of the equation. It's irrelevant.
Of course, but in the Quran, there is a speech, and I saw it on your page actually, about the hikmah. That God gives us the hikmah in the book, so we can differ about what's wrong and what's right. And if we look about history, we can also see what's right and what's wrong with our hikmah that God have given us. And also, God tells us that He guides whoever He wills, and He misguides whoever He wills. And there is some people, yeah.
But do you understand why He said that?
Yeah, it's like it's in our soul. Like, if, like, for an example, if I commit sins, my heart becomes harder and harder. But if I do good, my heart will follow the straight path, like the right path. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. Quran chapter 10 verse 9, God says, Inna allazina amanu wa amilu salihati yadihim rabbuhum bi imanihim. So God says, indeed, those who believe and act righteous, God will guide them by their faith. So the more you do good, it's it leads you to being guided by God. But the point you are heading to, I don't have qualms or beefs with anybody who wants to take something from history, so far as he doesn't attach it to Islam. Listen carefully. To your submission with God, God is sufficient. When it comes to how to get to God, God is sufficient. I don't need extra details for anything. There's a reason God doesn't mention any of the prophets' wives' names. There's a reason. Because the point is, what do I need the name for? To do what?
Yeah, I get your point. Yeah, go ahead.
You understand? I will not go on the day of judgment and God is asking me, what is the name of prophet's first wife? Yeah. Why will God be asking me that question? Because that has nothing to do with the guidance. Are you getting the point?
Yeah, it should be a straight path. Like, there is nothing else above God or nothing else associated with God. Like, it's only God, and to Him we belong. Yeah, of course. But me, how I like to think about religion is that I take the religion like a thought outside my mind and think like a human being. Do you get what I mean?
No, you see, when we say religion, we are talking about believing in a supernatural being who controls your destiny. That is what we're talking about.
And my question is, like, how do we find it? Like, for me, it could be a rock. For someone else, it could be a tree. For someone else, it could be the book. Like, everything in this universe, I think, has a link. That's why everything is connected somehow. Like, for me, I want to know by history, like, what's the first link that makes me find the right path? Like, so me, I grew up as a Sunni, then I became Shia, then I was like, nah, I don't believe in none of that, because it's only a straight path.
Right path to what?
To Allah, of course.
Thank you. So only who can guide you?
Allah.
Thank you. So why are you
the hikmah?
No, wait. If only God can guide you, why are you looking for the information from somebody who is not God?
Good question. Yes. Because I understand what you mean, like, but for me, like, I cannot understand every single thing in the Quran. I wish I could. And like I told you, there should be a link as for like any human that connects you to God. Of course, the Quran is the best way. But for me, that doesn't understand it to the whole, how can I elsewhere find it? Do you get what I mean?
So
Like
then
some people say go to Hadith. Some people go say look what Abu Bakr did
that's
or
their
Umar.
opinion.
Or,
Look, Amar, let
yeah,
me
go ahead.
simplify
Yeah.
this for you. God says in Quran chapter 6, verse 116, وَإِن تُطِعْ أَكْثَرَ مَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ يُضِلُّوكَ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ إِنْ يَتَّبِعُونَ إِلَّا ظَنًّا وَإِنْ هُمْ إِلَّا يَخْرُصُونَ. Quran chapter 6, verse 116. If you obey most of those on earth, they will mislead you from the way of God.
True, I believe that.
The reason is they are only assuming, they are only guessing. They don't know the truth. They only assume and they only
True,
guess.
true.
So if you are looking for the truth and you don't know, for example, you don't know how to understand the book of God, you need
Yeah,
somebody who has been endowed with the knowledge of the book of God. Then you go and ask him questions. Quran chapter 7, verse 181. Among the people God has created, there are a group of people who guide with the truth, and by it they do justice.
exactly.
You understand? So
Yeah,
then, if you see such entities, you go to them and inquire. You ask questions, and then you seek the answers from God. It has to be from the book of God, not from their opinions.
of course. The problem is like, as you know, you see a lot of mushrikins that interrupt like how we should perform wudu. Some people say you should wipe your feet, and some say you should wash your feet. And they also call themselves, yeah, I'm a ulama, I've studied, and that. I don't believe in that. That like that's my question to you. Like, how can I find the right answer? Do you get what I mean? Because I wanna perform everything in a way that is straight, like Sarat al-Mustaqim, like the straight path, you
You
know?
can only get it from God. Quran chapter 6, verse 153. He says, وَأَنَّ هَذَا صِرَاطِي مُسْتَقِيمًا فَاتَّبِعُوهُ. That's what he told
Yeah,
them. وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا السُّبُلَ فَتَفَرَّقَ بِكُمْ عَنْ سَبِيلِهِ. So if you are looking for the Surat al-Mustaqim, you can only get it from God. And you can only get it from the book of God. You don't get it from anybody, anywhere else. Because whatever place you go, you are left with assumption, opinions, and so on.
exactly.
And that's dangerous. So to end this, God says in Quran chapter 17, verse 36, وَلَا تَخَفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٍ. Do not pursue that of which you have no knowledge.
Of course.
So knowledge is essential because knowledge is any piece of information that you know.
Exactly.
So if you can know that from investigating from the words of God, you follow the best of what you know. Quran chapter 39, verse 18 is telling you, "Allazina yastami'una al-qawla fayattabi'una ahsanah." So you have to follow the best of what God has given you, or you listen from the words of God. You
Of
can't follow
course.
everything from the Quran. It's impossible to follow everything.
Mm.
You understand?
Of course,
You
I'm
follow
with
the
you.
best. Yes, you follow the
Ca
best your ability of what you know and understand.
of course. Can I ask you one last question?
Okay.
Thank you, friend. Barakallah feek.
Yes.
You said that don't follow the majority because they will
Majority.
mislead you.
Mm.
Exactly. And I also believe it. I always tell my friend, like, the minority is always the right path. The minority is always the ones that's not on the light, if we say it like that. And if we look in history, and that was like the question from the beginning, if we look in history, Ali ibn Talib, he wasn't like everyone hated him in somehow, but he grew up with the Prophet, and for me, like that's an indicator that like, and you tell me, find someone who can show you the path, like someone who can explain the Quran for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me, like I understand, like maybe I should follow that Ali ibn Talib, what he has shown, and of course it's hadith and stuff like that. But what's your thoughts about that? Like the minority now is Ali bin Talib, and
Those stories, do you believe history can be tampered with?
of course, tempered in like for frost, right?
Yes.
Of course,
But
100%.
then God put the hand on his book and he says, La yatihi al-batil min bayni yadayhi wala min khalfi. He says, falsehood will not enter it from the front and from the back. So will you rather gamble with a book that can be tampered with, or with a book, or rather with a book which cannot be tampered with? Which one will you?
Of course, the Quran.
So Quran is sufficient.
Yes.
That's your answer.
Of course. Thank you. Barakallah feek.
You're welcome, brother.
If like now, my friends pray like Sunnis. Me personally, I pray with my hands down, and I have a turba. You know the turba.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with turban. You can wear if you want.
Of course. For me, I believe that, like, it feels like sometimes when I pray, am I praying wrong? Am I praying right? If you can just like in 30 seconds tell me what's right and what's wrong in your belief. And now I'm asking you in a way that I just want to open my mind, you know?
God says in Quran chapter 2 verse 256, he says, La ikraha fid din kad tabayyana rushd min al-ghayy. فَمَنْ يَخْفِرُ بِالتَّاغُوتِ وَيُؤْمِنُ بِاللَّهِ فَقَدِ اسْتَمْسَكَ بِالْعُرْوَةِ الْوُثْقَى. So, chapter 2, verse 256, there is no compulsion in the deen, and the right way of guidance has been made distinct from the way of error. So, it is God who has to tell you what is right and what is wrong. That is why he gave you the book called Al-Furqan, Quran chapter 25, verse 1. So, Quran possesses Al-Furqan, where you can distinguish the right from the wrong. So it's the Quran which tells you what is right and what is wrong. That is why it says, وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا خُطُوَاتِ الشَّيْطَانِ, that do not follow the footsteps of the devil. So where do you find the footsteps of the devil? You see it in the Quran.
And you can also see it in your mind and in your heart.
Of course, because it's mentioned in the book of God. So you can envision what the devil does.
Barakallah feek, man. Thanks you for your answers. Thanks for your time. And hopefully we can speak again.
Stay tuned and keep on watching. Thank you.
Of course. Barakallah feek. Goodbye.
Yeah, so we have the next caller. Let me bring the next caller, Ali. Salam.
Wa alaikum.
Salam.
Wa alaikum. Can you hear me?
I said salam.
Can you hear me?
I said salam.
I said wa alaikum.
Quran chapter 4 verse 86. This is what God says to the mushriks, to that mushrik who just came right now, the Sunni. God says, and when you are greeted with a greeting, then greet with one better than it, or reply it. Indeed, God is a recorder of all things. The foolish mushriks have been told by their garbage books that if somebody follows the Quran or any other person tells them peace, they should not answer. They should just say, wa alaikum. That's it. They shouldn't say the same salam. That's what the Hadith books told them. These guys are bozos, I'm telling you for a fact. Wallahi. And guess what? Now I've increased his emotional level very high. I'm going to bring him. You are going to see what is going to happen. Look.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so
your name and where you're
briefly
calling
explain to me when you say
your name and where you're calling from.
Ali.
Ali from where?
UK.
Thank you. So I said salam.
So do I have to say to continue the conversation? I'll say
are you a Muslim?
Yes.
Okay, so I said salam.
Wa alaikum salam.
Thank you. Now let's go on.
Okay. Am I speaking or you're speaking?
What?
Am I going to speak or you're going to speak?
You have to tell me why you are here. How can I speak when I don't know why you're here?
Okay, so just briefly explain to me your understanding of obey Allah and obey the messenger. How do we obey the messenger?
Thank you. So first of all, you need to understand what God means and what messenger means. God is the creator of the heavens and the earth. He possesses everything within the creation, and he owns everything. And he gives the command from the heavens to the earth. Now, when we say a messenger is someone who is given a message in order to deliver. He doesn't tell his opinions. He doesn't have to do any other thing by himself unless if he is told by the one who sent him.
But how do we obey him?
Can I finish talking?
Go ahead.
To execute what he has been told. So in order to obey the messenger, the one who sent him has to still tell you the criteria on how to obey the messenger. So when you go to Quran chapter 24, verse 54, I don't know if you watch my full lecture here. Did you watch it?
No.
Okay. Chapter 24, verse 54. God says, obey God and obey the messenger. And if you obey him, it means you are following the guidance that he has been given to give to you. So you'll be guided.
So in other words, if you follow the Quran, it means you're obeying the messenger also. Yeah.
Because it comes from God.
Is that true? Yeah.
Yes.
Is that correct?
That is from God.
Okay, but it's a bit confusing because why would Allah tell you to do something that you're doing already? Because if you're following,
no, you're not doing already. Wait. How are you doing already? Tell me.
Oh, I'm going to explain now. So you follow the Quran, right?
I'm following based on what the Quran says. That's what I'm following.
Yeah, exactly. So if you follow the Quran, it means you're going to obey the messenger anyway, according to you. So why would God tell you to do something?
Who delivered the Quran? Who delivered the Quran?
What?
Who delivered the Quran?
The messenger, peace be upon him.
You.
No, but how do we? No. Listen, you're saying to obey the messenger, we obey the Quran, right? We follow the commands from Allah, and because hold on, because the messenger gave it to us, right? He conveyed it, right?
Yes.
So but why would God tell us to do that? Why would you? Do you not understand? I mean, Allah never does anything without a purpose. Says anything without a purpose. If you're already doing something, why would God tell you to do it?
I'm not already doing it. When I first took the Quran, I don't know the book. So I took the book. So I need to read the book and see the claims it's making before I can believe and follow it. I didn't automatically started following the Quran. How does your logic work anyways?
No, you're not making any sense because...
No, I don't make sense.
What purpose? No, what purpose does our prophet have? Really? We don't know nothing about him. You don't know nothing about him.
Did God say obey God and the messenger, or did he say obey the God and the prophet? What did he say?
Okay, but you just said the messenger is Muhammad, right? Who is it?
I didn't mention any name here. We are talking about messenger still.
Okay, so who's the messenger? Is it Jibril?
Jibril is also a messenger. Yes, Jibril is also a messenger of God.
And you're the messenger also, yeah? So
if I deliver the words of God, yes, you are a messenger. If you deliver it to the people, you are a messenger.
So that's what it means. So you're saying that the Prophet Muhammad had no other purpose besides...
Stop mentioning prophets to me right now. The conversation, you came here, you asked me about God and the messenger. So stop bringing prophet in the topic right now.
Well, this is it though. This is what I'm saying. It don't make no sense.
Yeah,
because it's impossible. According to you, listen, according to you, if I follow the book from start to finish, I've obeyed the messenger. Right? So why would God tell me to do something that I'm doing already?
That's not how I said. I think we are not on the same level. It's like I'm in university and you are in a daycare, because you are not getting my point here. Look, listen to the statement carefully. I define God for you and I define the messenger for you. Did I do that or not?
Yes.
Good. This God has to give this messenger a message to bring to us. And what is the message? Answer it for me. What is the message?
The Quran.
Good. So if I obey the Quran, automatically who am I obeying?
The messenger?
No, I'm obeying God. So God says, Man yuti rasula faqad ata'a.
Go ahead.
No, fulfill the verse for me. Man yuti rasula faqad ata.
I don't have the best Arabic, so.
Okay, chapter 4, verse 8.
I'm not a
Man yuti rasula faqad ata Allah. Whoever obeys the messenger has obeyed God. That's why I use the word messenger. I define a messenger for you. A messenger is the one who delivers a message. Has the Quran been delivered or not? Help me out. Has it been delivered?
Yes.
Okay. So if I obey the message of the Quran, who am I obeying?
Allah.
Thank you. So what is the argument here?
Well, I just think you're just being silly. Like you're not being.
No problem. You can insult me. No problem. We are not on the same level anyway. So if I'm talking to somebody in the daycare and I'm in the university, I don't need to be offended when a daycare nursery person insults me. No.
Okay, just tell me one thing. What do you know about the Prophet?
Can I ask you a question?
What do you know about him? When was he born?
Can I now ask you a question?
You don't care.
No, I said, can I now ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Are you a Sunni?
Yes.
So you are a mushrik, right?
No.
Did God ask you to become a Sunni?
So you actually believe? Hold up a second. So
are you not going to answer my question? So you want to ask me a question, but you're not answering my question?
Go ahead. What was the question?
Where did God ask you to become a Sunni?
I mean, I don't have to call myself a Sunni. I'm somebody who follows.
You said yes, please. Don't start the semantics.
Well, that's
you said yes, you are a Sunni, and I said, where did God ask you to be a Sunni? Now you are telling me I don't have to call myself. No, I said you just said yes. If it's in the court of law, you are guilty.
You can call me a Sunni. I can call myself a Sunni, but it's not going to make a difference.
Are you a Sunni?
According to you, yes.
Hey, according to me now. Ali. Okay. Do you follow the Hadith books?
I obey Allah and the Messenger.
I just asked a simple question. Do you follow the Hadith books?
Yes.
Who asked you to follow them?
Allah.
Show me a verse where he says follow the Hadith books. Listen carefully. Show me a verse where he says follow the Hadith books.
Well, if you use your brain, you don't have to. Allah doesn't have to tell you Hadith books. But when Allah tells you to follow the messenger and whatever he gives you, take it, and whatever he tells you to refrain from, you refrain. I mean, common sense. That's all it is. But you guys keep saying that Allah never mentioned Sahih al-Bukhari. He never mentioned Sahih Muslim. We're not talking about that. We're saying that Allah told us to obey the messenger. And where do we find the teachings of Prophet Muhammad? We find it in Sahih al-Bukhari, Muslim, Tirmidhi, right? That's where we find it.
Ali, are you done?
I mean, we might as well be, because you're not going to answer any of my questions.
I only ask if you are done. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, he said I don't have a brain, so I just need to go to the shop to buy a new one. So Ali, when I find a brain, I'll come back to you, okay? Thank you. Have a nice good night. Peace. So we have another caller calling. Yes.
Hello, Baba.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Ibrahim from Ghana. Sorry for interrupting. I just wanted to call so that people won't test me in doing that.
Okay. Nice to meet you. I didn't get your name. What do you say? Your name was what?
Ibrahim from Ghana.
Ibrahim, can you hold your phone well? Don't put speaker out. The air or something will be interrupting. So put it next to your phone, your ear.
Okay. I think you can hear me now.
Yeah, because the audience cannot hear. That's why I'm saying let it be. Don't use earpiece. Are you using an earpiece?
No.
You use the phone direct to your ears. Yeah. Aha.
So can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. Baba, good evening, once again.
Yes, good evening, Ibrahim.
I'm a big fan.
I appreciate that. God bless you.
Okay, but I have some few questions to ask.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so Baba, personally, I want to ask you, will you prioritize humanity to religion, or you prioritize religion to humanity? That's my first question.
You can never have religion without humanity. It's not possible to have religion without humanity. So religion teaches you morals, ethics, how to be good to people, how to help the poor and the needy, how to give people good life, how to let people understand the purpose of life, how to let people know the objectives of life. This is religion, not the man-made religion. We are defining two different things. There's difference between man-made religion and then the religion which has to do with God, the true one. So Quran chapter 61 verse 9. So God is the one who has sent his messenger with the guidance and the religion of truth, because there are false religions out there. So the religion of truth has to do with God alone. God is the objective. Kasdu Sabil, the objective of our purpose of life is to go to God. Quran chapter 16 verse 9. Your objective always has to be God. That's the goal of our life. So there's no way humanity can have anything to do without religion.
Okay. I think you didn't get me well, but let me put it in a scenario for me.
I was fixing what you said. I got your question. You are differentiating between religion and humanity. Which one should come first? So I'm fixing the question.
Okay. Can I throw more light on my...
True light.
Okay. So what I mean is, maybe I'm in a country where they say anyone who steals should be beaten. That's our constitutional law. Anyone who steals, maybe we should send a person to a police station or even beat. But another religion comes to tell me that anyone who steals, the person's hands should be cut off. Baba, personally, which one do you think we should go by?
None of them, if it's not coming from God. None of them.
None of them?
Yeah, if it's not coming from God, then none of them.
One is coming from God.
And then that one said, the one from God said what?
You should cut off the hand. You should chop off the hand.
Just like that?
Oh, yeah.
Without investigating?
Or after investigating and...
Yes, without knowing the magnitude of the crime?
I don't get you.
Every crime has a level. We have something we call capital punishment, or we call it exemplary punishment. And exemplary punishment in Arabic, we say nakala. Nakala is exceptional. It is there only used when the crime is very, very big. Every country has it. Even in America, they can sentence you to death. Even in Indonesia, they can sentence you to death. Even in Singapore, they can sentence you to death. They can punish you the worst of punishment. We call it capital punishment. So God mentioned the cutting of the hand as a capital punishment. It doesn't mean it should be used for everybody, just like that.
Okay, so about what is the rule for someone who steals in the religion? If someone steals,
so the example is in Quran chapter 12, if you read from verse 70 downwards, when Joseph, one of Joseph's brothers, was accused of stealing, Joseph showed what should be done. He says the person has to be arrested. He is a prophet of God. He showed the example on how it should be exhibited.
So if someone steals, the person should be arrested?
Yes.
Not chopping off hand?
No, look, you see things in the Quran doesn't mean just get up and do it straightforward. Quran chapter 4 verse 58. God says if you judge between the people, you should judge with justice. Now tell me, if I go to steal tomatoes and you are going to cut my hand, compare the tomatoes with my hand. What is the value?
Okay, I don't think
that's the point. So now, it's not consistent if I go and take a tomato and you are going to cut my hand for tomatoes. May it be I was hungry. I need food to eat. That's why I stole the tomato.
Okay.
Are you getting my point?
I get you.
Yeah.
So in what instance should a person's hand be chopped?
God mentioned nakala. Exemplary punishment is used exceptionally. It doesn't mean it's a law that is there that you just catch every thief, cut the hand. Every thief, cut the hand. Hey, 2-year-old girl steals, cut the hand. Hey, I stole my mother's meat in the soup, cut my hand. That's not exemplary punishment. Let me put the verse on the screen. Understanding how exemplary punishment works doesn't mean you should do it to everybody. So this is what God says. When we say a male thief, when we say a thief, it is somebody who steals regularly. It's not somebody who is stealing one time. When somebody steals one time, that is why in the Western world, when somebody goes to commit a crime, sometimes they pardon you, or sometimes they just go and tell you, go and sin no more, because they want to see if you are actually, that is your lifestyle, or that is just, so sometimes they give you a fine. Now get this. When God says male thief and the female thief, these are people who do that as for a living. They steal regularly. Now tell me, let's say a government official has stolen all the coffers of Nigeria. You're from Nigeria, right? Or Ghana?
From your country, Ghana.
Okay, so let's say, for example, hypothetical, let's say Akufo-Addo stole all the coffers of your country, Ghana. When somebody does that in Singapore or in Indonesia, do you know what they do to him like that?
No.
Or China, they sentence him to death.
Okay.
So now, let's put this equation. When somebody steals that like that, compared to the killing and compared to the amputating, which one will you rather choose?
Yeah, okay, I'll choose amputating to the two.
Thank you. So exemplary punishment can only be used in exceptional cases, depending on the judiciary system available. It doesn't mean every Dick, Tom, and Harry's hand should be cut off just because they stole something. That's why there's investigation. Are you getting my point? So throughout the Quran, you will never find a verse where it says the prophet ever cut somebody's hands off. It doesn't exist in the Quran. And God has said in the Quran, he has given us every example. Quran chapter 18, verse 54. God has given us all examples in the Quran. So that's why he used Joseph to give you an example. When somebody makes an ordinary stealing, you don't just bring him and say, cut his hand. You just need to arrest the person. And then the means of payment has to be made. The examples are still in the Quran. So this here explains exemplary punishment. The word nakala. If you go consistently throughout the Quran, you see nakala has been used even for Pharaoh, when he called himself God. God dealt with him with nakala. He called it exemplary punishment. And what did God deal him? He killed him, right?
Okay.
Yes. So that's how it works. It doesn't mean you just take a verse on the Quran because he says this, then automatically somebody say, hey, look, Quran says we should cut people's hand. So let's go and take a knife. Oh, no. That's not how it works. Quran is talking to people who possess intelligence. I hope you are getting my point.
I get you, but please, can I add this?
Okay.
Thank you. So I have a society where they said we can marry ourselves. I think if you can recall, I asked you this question the other day.
We can marry ourselves.
Yeah. Whether we are a traditionalist, a Muslim, or a Christian, we can marry ourselves just to enforce unity. And then a religion comes to tell me a Muslim cannot marry a mushrik. But personally, which one will you go for?
Personally, are you saying personally as an opinion?
Logically.
Ibrahim,
Yeah.
what are you trying to do? Ibrahim, what are you trying to do?
Throw more light on this, please.
Rephrase your statement.
Okay. Should I come on?
Yes, rephrase.
Yeah. I'm in a society where they said we can marry ourselves, whether we are Muslims, traditionalists, or even Christians, just to enforce unity.
They say you can marry, right?
We can marry.
Okay. So who said? Who said?
Oh, maybe the leaders of our community.
Okay, no problem. Go on.
And another religion comes to tell us that if you're a Muslim, you shouldn't marry a mushrik.
For which reason?
Baba. For which reason?
Yeah. Everything is for a reason. Every law, every statement has to go with a reason.
And the reason is that if you go against it, there is a hell in the future that if you go against it, it will put you in.
That's not the reason. You are telling me the punishment, the consequence of what will happen when you do it. Tell me the reason, why the law is stipulated.
Okay, the reason is that the person will be inviting you to help.
Thank you. So that hell, is it dangerous? No, wait. That hell, is it dangerous or not?
It's a hell we've never seen.
Oh, no. Forget about seeing or not seeing. I said that hell, is it dangerous or not?
I don't know, so I don't know if it is dangerous.
No, the word hell defines something to you. What is hell? Okay, even in our life, when I tell you I'm facing hell, what am I telling you? I need help, right?
Okay.
So you are going to go through a torment. That's hell. So now, continue with the statement. Let's go.
So then logically, which one do we go with?
Logically, I don't want to be tormented in hell.
Tormented in hell?
Yes.
Hi, Baba. You're tough.
Do you know why they call me correctional officer?
Okay. But I wish you throw light on this, I swear.
Oh, no, I can throw light. I understand where you're coming from. I understand your perspective. Yeah. You know, sometimes reasoning, you know, we need knowledge, but the most important thing you should look for is wisdom behind every reasoning. Wisdom is all I ask for more than everything, always. Okay. So wisdom helps you to channel knowledge and understand life from a different angle that people don't see what you see. So now, Quran chapter 12, verse 108, the messenger was told to tell the people, this is my way I invite to God by perception. I and whoever follows me, and glory be to God, for I am not among the idol worshippers. And me, Baba Shuaib, I follow the same terrain. Now, let me tell you what happens. When you are talking, having a two-way discussion or three-way discussion or four-way discussion, you have to pay attention to instructions and how it is being executed. Now, what you see when you are talking, I keep making you choose your words carefully and rephrase your statement and so on before I answer you. Now, in a court of law, you need the same tactic to win a case. Now, when you are dealing with the notion of faith and you don't let people understand your faith, it becomes a problem. The sectarians, the sectarian religions you see all around you, the religions they brought around you, they didn't give you the chance to ask questions for clarity. So what they do is they impose it by force on you. Are you getting my point?
I get it.
So this is where logic doesn't work with. So that's why you don't see it as logical. But then you can see that when you are asking me the same questions that you have issues with the sectarians or religions, you can see that I'm bringing logic inside the statement. The logic goes with the wisdom because God gives the wisdom. Quran chapter 2, verse 269. You see? He says, when he gives you yutil hikmata man yasha wa man yutil hikmah faqad utiya khayran kathira. He says he grants wisdom to whomever he wills, and whomever he gives wisdom, then he has given you a lot of good.
Okay. Yes.
So now, when we talk, we need to execute the wisdom in what God has given us. And God says, Yasin wal Quran al Hakeem. The Quran is a wise Quran. So if I'm a student of the Quran, I need to have the wisdom. So far as I'm the student of the Quran, I need to have the wisdom with me when I'm executing that thing. So now when we are talking about what God says, God has to give you knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge with wisdom. But when sectarians create their own religion, it's knowledge without wisdom. Do you agree with me?
Okay.
So that's why you don't see the logic there, because logic works with wisdom. Every logical or critical thinking aspect works with wisdom. But their religion doesn't give you that critical thinking aspect. They don't even want you to question them. Now tell me, if you are a wise person and you are asking something for answers,
are we now into the question?
No, we are going there, but I'm breaking the point for you.
Okay.
If you are told not to ask a question, then something is being hidden from you. Okay. Now ask me the question, then I give you the answer, then you go.
Oh, the one I just said.
No, Ask the question. Yes.
Right?
Uh-huh.
In the society, they said we Muslims, Christians, and traditionalists, we can marry ourselves just to enforce unity.
Okay.
But a religion comes to tell us Muslims shouldn't marry mushriks.
Okay.
Because they were invited to hell, a hell we've never seen.
Okay.
So I'm asking, logically, which one should we go for?
Logically. Which one should I go for? That if I'm a Muslim?
No, like an ordinary person.
Belonging to what?
Logically. Belonging, not necessarily belonging to any party.
You cannot be in a community without belonging to something. It's either you are atheist or agnostic or Christian or whatever. So choose your side first before I answer.
A person who just uses logic. A person who just uses logic.
And then that person knows there's God.
And that person knows there is God.
Okay. Salam, my sister Fauzia. And then, so that you want the person to choose what?
Logically, I want the person to choose wisely. I hope you get my question.
I get your question, but your question that is not in line with what God is saying. I don't get your point. Quran is telling a believer not to marry a mushrik. It's not telling everybody, don't go and marry mushrik. It didn't say a Christian should not marry a mushrik. It didn't say an atheist should not marry a mushrik. The law is for a believer. Are you getting my point?
Okay.
Are you getting my point?
If I should get it means for a believer, it is logical.
Aha.
To choose refraining from hell to disunity, right?
Thank you. So the law is for a believer, not for everybody. So if I'm a believer, I don't want to marry a Sunni now because a Sunni will cause me problem in my house. I don't need. They'll be playing Mufti Menk and so on, the HEEBIE-JEEBIES. I don't need that. So I'm not going to marry a mushrik.
Okay, but a logical person will choose that unity thing.
It depends. The logical person, is he an atheist?
Okay.
So it depends what the logical person. I can be a believer, but I'm logical. Don't you see me as a logical person sitting here?
Baba.
So that's the point.
Our
so
last question, let me go.
Oh,
if I'm fasting,
Ibrahim.
If I'm fasting in the daytime, can I brush?
Can you brush your teeth? Yeah, God only said don't eat and drink. He didn't say don't brush.
Okay.
Did he say don't brush?
Okay.
Yeah, you can brush.
Okay. Thank you very much, Baba.
You're welcome, Ibrahim. Stay tuned.
Okay.
I have some 20 minutes more to go. Peace.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, the link. Oh, sorry. The link dropped. Let me put it back. Where is it? I have Malik at the back.
Hello.
Hello, my brother. Your name and where you're calling from?
Malik, and I'm calling from the UK.
Nice to meet you, Malik. How may I help you, Malik?
So I've got a question about prayer and Hajj. So I watched one of your videos and you said you don't believe the Qibla to be the direction of prayer.
What video is that? Why I said I don't believe. What video was that? Do you remember the title?
It was I think it was an old one.
Old one. And I said I don't believe what?
In the direction of prayer.
Direction of prayer. But where's the direction of prayer? Where is it?
Towards Mecca.
Okay. Yeah, I don't believe that. Why?
Why not?
Why is it by force?
What do you mean, is it by force?
No, is it by force to believe in that direction? Is it by force?
I mean, how do you interpret chapter 2, verse 144?
Yeah, tell us. You tell me.
You tell me. You saying it's not the right thing, so how
No,
do you read that?
You tell me. You want to force me to believe something. So
I don't want to force you to believe anything. I'm asking you why you think
so
it's
I
just
don't
something
believe
else.
because I didn't see where it says I should pray facing Mecca. Did he say pray in that verse?
We shall make you turn toward the Qibla.
Does it say pray there?
Why would it say make you turn towards it?
I should be asking you why. I said, does it say pray there?
No, it doesn't say pray, but
Thank you. So next question.
so what is Hajj in the Quran? What is Hajj?
Oh, Hajj is in the Quran. It's a pilgrimage. Quran chapter 3,
where?
verse 97. To the Beit al-Atiq. Yeah, to visit the Beit al-Atiq. Yes.
What is that? I don't know.
It's in Mecca. Yes, it's in Mecca.
Is that not the Qibla?
No.
Or is it then?
The Masjid al-Haram is mentioned as the Qibla, not the Beit al-Atiq, not the Kaaba. Kaaba is not the Qibla.
And also, now another one about the prayer. So you don't. So before the hadiths, that gap in between the hadiths, why did people go to Mecca to learn how to pray?
You said before the hadiths?
You're saying the hadiths were written 200 years later or something like that.
Yeah. Say Imam Bukhari started writing 199 years after the Prophet.
No, I don't. What do you think I am? First of all, because I don't know anything. Yeah.
Are you? Oh,
yeah.
You're asking me questions as if you are a Sunni.
Yeah, but I don't know anything yet. I've not practiced Islam a day in my life. So I'm asking you what I'm reading. That's why I'm asking these questions.
Your questions came from a perspective of the Sunnis. That's why.
No, I'm asking. That's why I asked you. How do you interpret the verse? We have seen you turning thou face to heaven. Why would Muhammad be turning his face to heaven to do what?
Thank you. You just came here. You say you watch my video.
Yeah.
There is no video that I've done that I don't give explanation, unless if it's a reel, it's a short. But if it's a full video, then the explanation is there.
Why was Muhammad turning his face to heaven to do what?
Did you hear what I just said?
Why was Muhammad looking to the sky?
Did you hear what I just said?
Why can't you answer me?
I said, did you hear what I just said?
Yeah, you said in that video, yeah.
Thank you. So when you watch the video, the answer is there. There's no video I did.
No, it wasn't there, because that's why I'm asking you how you interpret it, because you're saying
how many minutes was the video? The video, how many minutes was? How long was it?
I can't remember.
You don't remember the title? You don't remember how long? So did you actually watch the video to learn? Did you watch to just...
Why can't you answer the question?
Because it's not by force to answer your question right now. If you want to learn, I have time. I can teach you later. But now I want people to come and challenge me. That's what I'm doing.
It's not I'm not challenging you. I'm asking you why.
So then go to my YouTube. The answer is there.
Well, I'm not watching that whole video.
Okay, so far I cannot help you. I only help people who are willing to learn, to study. So they can watch my video and study.
Why does it say, we see you turn your face to the sky, and now we shall make you turn towards the Qibla?
Yeah, it has a context. In order to understand, start reading from 142 and read up to 150. You see the context. The answer is there. And don't read the things which are written into bracket.
I'm not reading them that's put into bracket. I didn't say nothing that's in brackets.
Thank you. So that is why when I ask you, does it say prayer there? You said no, it doesn't say prayer. So that's the point. So if it doesn't say prayer, then you have to now read it.
So what is someone doing when they're turning their face to the sky?
It has a context. You have to understand the objective. It is the aim. It's not about turning the face to the sky. When you are confused, what do you normally do? When a person is confused, sitting down or standing, what it does anyone? You see,
there's a person who put their hand on their head.
Yeah, no. Confusion. When you see somebody,
when I'm confused, I sit and look down and put my hand on my head.
So yours is looking down. Some people, they just look up and then they turn their head around. You don't know where they are going, what they are doing. Some people, that's how they get confused.
So what is Hajj? How would you do Hajj? How would you do Hajj?
I have a video on it. I have a video. If you go to my YouTube, go to my Hajj series. It's called Hajj series in the playlist. Hajj series. I have everything there.
And you don't believe in the traditional way of prayer?
It's not from the Quran, no.
So what were people doing there the whole time? Where did they learn it from?
From their garbage books.
Well, there were people doing it before the books. In that mosque where Prophet Muhammad prayed, there were people doing it before the books.
Not the same style.
Not the same style.
Yes, style can change with time. So not the same style.
So you don't believe in the passed down tradition of prayer?
No, I don't.
For you, it comes all from the garbage books?
Yes.
Okay.
Malik, thank you for your time. Let me bring the next caller. Thank you. I appreciate it. Stay tuned. Keep on watching. Thank you.
Hello.
Salam, your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Bilal. I'm calling from the United Kingdom.
Oh, nice to meet you, Bilal. How may I help you, Bilal?
I have a question for you. I know that you follow Quran only. So the question is specifically for you, obviously. Who is the greatest prophet according to you? From the Quran, obviously.
Quran doesn't tell me who is the greatest prophet. It doesn't.
Okay, so if I then considered Muhammad ﷺ as the greatest prophet, what would your answer to me be?
Then you have to prove to me where God said that, because only God can tell us who is the greatest of the prophets.
Okay, so first of all, Khatamun Nabiyyin is bestowed upon one prophet, which is Rasulullah ﷺ.
Does it mean greatest?
But I'm telling you, that's why I refer to him as the greatest prophet, because no other prophet.
If that's a criteria you are going to use, that's a flawed argument.
No, but no other prophet is the seal of the prophets.
No other prophet was made Imam Lidnas except Ibrahim.
That doesn't contradict necessarily when I say if I take a reason for this prophet to be great.
I can also use that reason to say Abraham is the greatest.
No, but this is okay. So now you agree that you can say a prophet's the greatest.
No, if you are using that logic, I said I can use that reason to also say Abraham is the best, because if he's the best, God has to say directly that he is the best of all the prophets. Did he say so? The answer is no.
Sorry to interrupt you, but my point is, can we prefer a prophet over another?
You prefer a prophet over another?
Like, can I say that this specific prophet is better than this prophet? In my opinion.
In your opinion, fine. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. But if you want to
but
say,
obviously, according to the Quran, only according to the Quran, because you follow Quran.
No. Wait. If you want to state it as a fact, then you have to prove it.
Okay, so you want me to prove that we can, as humans, judge a prophet greater than another, according to the Quran?
Listen, and I said, if you want to state it as a fact, listen to my English, as a fact, then you have to prove it. Because fact is something you can prove, right?
Okay, I want to state something as a fact. I want to state that us who follow the Sunnah or any other Muslim can say that one prophet is greater than the other according to the Quran.
The Quran has to say it explicitly. It has to be there.
Yes, explicit. Explicit. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you the verse. I'll give you the surah as well.
Okay.
In Surah Al-Isra, verse 55, it says, وَلَقَدْ and verily, فَضَّلْنَا we prefer بَعْضَ some النَّبِيَّنَا of the prophets ala to بَعْضَ others. So Allah is clearly saying here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we can prefer, and verily we prefer some of the prophets over the others. So now my question to you is, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that he can prefer prophets over the others, then there are certainly prophets that are greater than others, right?
The word is favor, faddal.
Favoring, it's still the same thing as preferring a prophet over the other.
No, it's not prefer. It's
faddalna refers to preferring.
No, the literal meaning is favor.
Faddalna.
When we say fadlillah, it's to favor.
The favor of Allah, the favors of Allah. But favor, if I favor something over another, it's still the same thing.
If you say God prefers, listen. If you say we have certainly preferred some prophet, it means that God doesn't prefer the other prophet. He doesn't like them.
No, but obviously it can be moved in context. So if I said I favor,
if I give you two of these bottles, and you prefer one over the other, it means the other one you don't prefer it. You don't like it.
No, but the same thing goes with favor.
No, favor doesn't mean I don't like you.
Look. If I say I prefer Rasulullah over Ibrahim,
listen, I can do somebody a favor doesn't mean I don't like my kids. just because I did somebody a favor. But if I say I prefer somebody's son more than my son, that's an insult.
That I told you, it can be changed in context.
No, you are not smarter than God, please.
No, I'm
God
not.
didn't say prefer.
I never said that. I never claimed that.
Thank you. So don't use the word prefer there. God used favor. He
Okay,
favored.
let's go with favor then. Let's go with favor.
Prophets. Then he told you how the favor works. He didn't say
So
prefer.
then we're allowed to favor a prophet over another, right?
Yes, God. Of course, God favored a prophet.
So then,
but you cannot favor. Wait. You cannot do the favor. How do you do the favor? How do you do that?
Because God has allowed us to.
What? Where? Where does it say you should favor any prophet?
No, because it's saying your Lord prefers a prophet over another.
You are still using
okay,
the
sorry. Your Lord favors a prophets over another.
Then he told you the reason.
Yes.
In the preference, then he said we gave Dawood the Zabura.
But that's not the reason for why
he gave you the example. Why do you think he mentioned that he gave Dawood the Zabura? Why do you think he mentioned that?
Wa means and.
And I say, why do you think he mentioned Dawood and the Zabura? In the context, you read the context of the verse. And after that statement, God is saying we gave Dawood the Zabura. Why? What is the reason?
But this is not because he favors Dawood alayhi salam over the other prophets.
Are you saying if God gave a prophet a particular book or something, it's not a favor?
No, I never said that at all.
Then why didn't he give Ibrahim Zabur, the Zabur also?
Ibrahim was given his own scripture.
And why didn't he give his Zabur? Why didn't he give him?
Because that was bestowed upon David.
So that's a favor.
It was a favor, yes, given to David in the context.
Thank you. So he's explaining favor, why that type of favor he has done. It's not about preference, saying he preferred David over all of them. No.
No, but he's saying he could favor some of the prophets over others. That's what he said.
Thank you. And he's telling you the type of favor. For example,
I'm asking you, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can prefer prophets over the others, then from this can be
the word prefer, please.
Okay, sorry. I just keep going back to, because the Arabic itself has different meanings. You know that. Faddalna has many meanings.
It does. Listen.
So there you go.
That's
why I keep using prefer.
Of the meanings has to fit. Here, if you are talking about preference, that means David giving Psalms. It means God didn't prefer all the prophets also, right?
Yeah, but the word for David is not used as Fadl. Fadl is not used for David.
Then I ask you a question. Why is David there in that context? Why is he there?
Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is just telling us he gave David the Psalms.
Where's the logic in this statement?
Because we don't look like other prophets, like Isa alayhi salam was given the Torah and the Injil. We know that there's no need for context for why.
Is David a prophet?
Yes.
Thank you. So the verse, is it talking about prophets?
Yes.
And David is a prophet, right?
Yes.
And every prophet is given a scripture, right?
Yes.
So then why did God mention David giving the Zabura?
Because never before this verse do we know that Daud alayhi salam is given the Psalms. We don't know this before the verse.
Oh, come on, please.
This is a fact stated by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's
telling us
that
I just gave a reference where David was given a reference in Surah An-Nisa. Which surah comes before Surah Al-Isra?
Can you tell me a surah before this where David is mentioned as given me?
You left my question and answer.
I never left your question. I'm just saying.
Dude, are you blind? The verse is there on the screen. Chapter 4, verse 163. Let me take you so that you shut your beak down. Go. Chapter 4, verse 163. Surah An-Nisa come way before Surah Al-Isra comes, right?
No, but you don't take the order. You don't take the order.
Wait. Chapter 4, verse 163. Can you see it on the screen?
Yes.
Look at the last part of the verse.
And we gave David the Psalms.
Thank you. So Surah
okay, I was wrong there.
Okay. Point of correction. Since you have seen your mistake, thank you. But now do you see what I was saying? He mentioned prophets. Then he sealed the argument by bringing David at the end. Do you see what he just did again here?
Yes. So this point simply refers to what you're trying to say is this point simply refers to David as being preferred, as being favored, as being favored over the prophets.
Thank you. It's a favor. Yes.
Okay, correct myself on that, because this seems, when you read it yourself, it seems like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is referring prophets over another.
If you use the word prefer, I'm just cautioning you about the preference.
No, it's like, look, today, if you speak Arabic today, you know that fadl refers to...
Forget about... No, please. I don't like that kind of statement. So forget about speaking Arabic. Spoken language is different from a written language. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Thank you.
Yes, I agree.
So we are reading a written language. Forget about who speaks Arabic. I don't give a damn about that. I've met people who have their degrees in Arabic language and it does no good. But now let me tell you, I'm going to take you to a verse that you have never paid attention before. And you are going to be shocked to the core. Right? But in that verse, God didn't use the word prophets.
He used Rasul, right?
No, I'm going to take you to the verse. You wait. Don't touch your hair when I'm cutting your hair. Allow me to finish cutting. Now,
are you trying to insult me?
No. I said don't touch your hair when I'm cutting your hair. It's a proverb.
No, when you go to trying to insult me, just
wait.
Not a strong speech.
Bilal, when you go to a barber haircut, when the barber is cutting your hair, do you touch your hair?
No.
Thank you. So it's a proverb, meaning let me finish before you start checking the...
Oh, sorry about that. Show the verse, please.
So now I'm going to show you the verse. Quran chapter 38, verse 44. And please write it down so that you don't forget. So sorry, verse 45. Write it down so that you don't forget.
Okay.
So God talks about, he says, Wazkuru ibadana Ibrahim. I started with Ibrahim. Then he says, Wa Ishaq, Wa Yaqub. Then he says, Ulil Aidi wal Absar. So he's telling you, and remember our servants, Ibrahim, Ishaq, and Yaqub, those of strength and vision. Then he says, indeed, we dedicated them with an exclusive remembrance of the what? The home. Zikr al-Dar. Then it continues, indeed, they are among wa innahum indana lamin al-mustafain al-akhyar. Indeed, they are among the chosen and the best with us. But did he mention the word, did he say prophets? No, he didn't end the statement with prophets. But God is saying they are among the best with us. Then we continue 48. And remember Ishmael, Isaiah, and Zilkifil, that is Ezekiel, and all are among the Akhayar, the best. So how many prophets mentioned in this list? 6.
Yes, 6, yes.
But even though it doesn't simplify the statement by mentioning prophethood or prophets, he just mentioned their names, but you and I know they are prophets, and you and I know they are messengers of God.
No, yes.
Thank you. So in our statement, we can say messengers, prophets, duty, human beings, and so on, the list, the best that God has chosen, here they are, 6 of them. The chosen,
okay, but,
the chosen and the best.
But my question to you is, if I say, look, because I've asked you this before, and I don't think you answered. I don't recall you answering it. If Rasulullah, if I say Rasulullah said,
we will go there. But do you agree with God as these people being the best?
Yes, I agree with God saying they are among the best. Yes.
Okay. So apart from this 6 list I gave you as the best, there's nowhere in the Quran again God says somebody is the best.
Sorry about that. You're glitching out.
Oh, sorry, my mic just shook up. I said, apart from this list of prophets I just gave you, in this list, 6 of them, there is nowhere again God says someone is the best.
Yes.
Okay, so now bring your question.
The question that I previously asked was, if I say Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the best, then am I wrong?
You have to prove it first. You are not wrong until proven.
Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 56.
Thank you. So let's go. We are going to see the best, right? That he is the best, right?
We're going to show. He's going to show why he's the best.
What is the word best for in Arabic? What is the word?
No, I said it's going to show why he's the best.
Okay, no problem. What is the word best in Arabic? You just tell me. What is the word best?
The best. Are you asking what is the word?
Yeah, the word best.
I don't know.
Okay. You know superlative, why?
No,
you know
like
sigatul tafdil.
there's different words. Akhyar is one.
Okay, akhyar is one. Thank you. And then what? Ahsan.
That's simplified, yes.
Okay, thank you. So now we are expecting God to tell us that, right? To tell us if somebody is the best, just like he was
Ahsan,
able to
akhyar,
do.
yes.
Thank you. He was able to do with his prophets. So
No,
we
no,
don't.
no. But no, but I said this verse refers to him as being the best.
Wait. You said which verse refers to who?
Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 56, refers.
I'll go there. I want us to come to an agreement before I go to the verse, so that my audience can see the clarity. We are expecting to see him mentioned as the best, right?
Referred to as the best, yes.
Is referred to as the best. Okay, no problem. The Quran is here. It doesn't take long. 33 verse 56. Let's go. This is the verse on the screen.
Yes.
Okay, now tell me what I'm not seeing, because I have glasses on. Let me check what I'm not seeing.
Okay. Inna Allah, indeed God. Wa Malik. You got a different translation?
You read your translation. Is it by force to read mine?
No, it's just it seems different from the translation.
Yeah, I'm using the proper translation.
No, you do a different website from Quran.com. But indeed God and his angels reach out to the Prophet. Oh, you who believe, reach out to him and submit with submission. No, this is not the correct translation.
Okay.
It's indeed Allah and his angels send blessings. Yusalluna upon the Prophet.
Okay.
And you who do not believe, submit with submission. Yes, that part is correct, but Yusalluna refers to the blessing.
Okay. According to you, right?
According to the Quran, yes.
Okay, no problem. So now tell me, what makes him best there?
The fact that God and his angels send blessings upon the Prophet.
Really? That makes him the best?
Can you show me any other verse where another prophet?
Okay, let me show you. No, let me show you. Not even prophet. The believers have the same thing. So let me show you. If I go
Allah,
to prophet,
just remember, Allah and his angels.
Oh, wait. Yes, I'm going to show you. Do you see the verse on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, chapter 33, verse 43. Now read your own version and tell me now.
He is the one who reaches out to you together with his angels.
Stop reading mine.
Why not? Why not? I'm reading yours first to see differences. To see the difference.
Oh, don't read
to
mine.
see the difference.
Please read your blessing. You said mine is not correct. No problem. Go and read yours. Tell me what yours.
I just want to see what yours changed.
I don't care. Don't look. I'll take mine off the screen. Bring it.
Okay, well, give me the chapter once again. Just give me the chapter.
33:43.
33:43.
Yes.
He is the one who showers his blessings upon you, and his angels pray for you, so that he may bring you out of darkness into the light, for he is ever merciful to the believers. Yes.
Yay, the believers are the best. Yay.
No, this does not refer to the angels showering their blessings.
What?
Look, it says he is the one who showers his blessings upon you, and his angels pray for you, so that he may bring you out of darkness into the light.
So you are giving tafsir all of a sudden?
So he is ever merciful to the believers. Look, this part, the first part refers to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Bilal, don't do that, please. Please don't do that.
Don't do what? The first part is referring to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Oh, where is Rasul in this verse? Chapter 43 comes before
the Quran. The Quran.
When you went to school, wait, Biko, wait. When you went to school, does 43 comes before 56 or not?
No, look, you're making things up now. Look, the Quran.
I'm asking you a question. There's no makeup here. Please.
You are making things up because the Quran is given to the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam.
You came in respectfully. Let's keep that respectful conduct.
No, keep it respectful. It's just
okay.
You're aggravating.
When you're counting numbers, does 43 come before 56 or not?
Yes.
Okay, so believers were the first. God says He showering the blessings. According to you, you say my translation is wrong. So let you read your own. So you read your own. You saw God showering that same blessings upon the believers, right?
No, He doesn't shower His blessings upon the believers in this verse.
Hey, then what does He do?
It says He's merciful to the believers. It doesn't say He showers His blessings upon the believers.
Read the Arabic. Is that not the same word He used for the
No,
prophet?
the first part of the verse refers to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Wait, Bilal. He says, "Huwa allazi yusalli alaykum."
Yes.
Yeah, is it not the same thing He's doing for the prophet?
No, here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is speaking to the Prophet alayhi wasallam.
In 43?
Yes, in 43 He's speaking to Rasulullah.
He says alaykum.
The whole Quran is directed to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Oh my God. Bilal, excuse me, how old are you?
Why are you asking my age?
Are you sure you are not a teenager?
No, I said, why are you asking my age?
No, I want to know, because I want to know who I'm talking to, the level of intellect you have. I said, are you sure you are not a teenager?
I told you, because you don't know Arabic and you keep running away from the Arabic. The first part of the verse.
Yeah, I don't know Arabic. You who is trying to find a translation to read?
I'm not finding a translation to read. You're the one who's telling me.
Read the verse in Arabic. Let me hear.
You're the one who's telling me.
Please,
this verse.
Please, read the
you
verse.
ran away from my question again.
I said, read the verse first.
You're running away from my question.
I said, read the verse. I'm not even running away from your Muhammad hijab. How can I run away from you who nobody knows?
Bro, you're obsessed with Muhammad hijab because you keep debunking you people. Quranists.
Hey, he debunked where? Where's the video?
You're obsessed with Muhammad hijab.
Where is the video?
Because he keeps destroying you, Quranists.
Where is the video? Where
Speaker's corner. Go
on. He's dealing with amateurs. Tell him to
find amateurs, yes. You call anyone who's not true amateur.
Bilal, please read the verse in Arabic, please.
هو الذي يصلي عليكم وملائكته ليخرجكم من الظلمات إلى النور وكان بالمؤمنين رقيما. Now please.
So now the word, does it say alayka or does it say alaykum? Okay, so if it's kum, is it jama'u or not?
It's referring to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with His angels.
I said alaykum. Is it jama'u or is it mufrad?
You know exactly what I'm referring to. I said it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
You said I don't know Arabic, so let's go to the Arabic Hijab and let's see.
Yes. So alaykum refers to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with His angels.
Hey. Doing what?
With His angels, they bring you out of the darkness into the light.
No, doing what? You salli alaykum. What does it mean?
Showering blessings.
Thank you. Is it not the same?
Upon who? Now we need to answer this. Upon who?
Alaykum. Kum.
No, upon who is He showering His blessings?
Yes, the kum. You say you know Arabic. You don't know kum.
Alaykum. It's with the angels. Upon who is He showering His blessings?
Oh my God. Yay. Do you know how to read the siyak al-kalam?
Upon who? Upon who is He showering His blessings?
Upon the believers.
Where does it say upon the believers He's showering the blessings?
One of us is blind.
Where does it say upon the believers He's showering the blessings?
One of us is blind.
Where does it say upon the believers He's showering the blessings? The only time believers is mentioned one in this verse is there where you can see al-mu'minuna.
Hey. Hey. Bilal, wait. Let me pray acrobat. Wait.
God have mercy
upon us. Oh, he left you. He left. Hey, because I wanted to pull my glasses down. He left so fast. Hey. Oh my God. Hey. Hey, Bilal. Oh my God. My water is even finished. Hey. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I think that guy is a teenager. I'm sure. Oh my God. I need to breathe. Oh. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, my brother. Hey. Oh my God. Imran, thank you. God bless you. Guys, it's okay. My energy is down. I need to go and eat, please. Hey. And he ran away. Why didn't take him off? Hey. Oh Lord. Hey, this hey, Muhammad Hijab, come and see your student too. Yay, Muhammad Hijab, Muhammad Hijab. No wonder Muhammad Hijab took the video down. Hey. Liman Imrana. Bye, Baba Shuaib will make all of you run. Wallahi, you the mushriks. You don't worry. But at the right time, I'll come to Speaker's Corner. Your Muhammad Hijab, you go. Inshallah, Azbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is where we have to come to an end. I think there's nobody who can topple Bilal. What Bilal has done is just exceptional. So, I think we have to end with this. It's just. Thank you very much. Brother Ibrahim, God bless you. Kodo Mapata, God bless you. Thank you. Sharif Karim, thank you very much, guys. Thank you all. I appreciate the support. Abdul Rahim says, but these glasses and how you look through it will cause problem. Actually, now this is my new signature, ladies and gentlemen. If you can trim the video where I'm using this glass to watch the mushriks, this is my new signature now. I'll be using this anytime I'm facing a mushrik. And when he's lying, I just pull it down. Then you know there's a problem. And I know when my father is watching this video, he'll be laughing so hard. Yes, in case you are watching that, I got this from you, your style. So, this is your son against the mushriks. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Baba Shuaib. Unfortunately, today I'm not going to TikTok because I just made food. I need to eat. I need some energy. You know, it's Ramadan. I need to save up for some energy for the future mushriks. Unfortunately, Muhammad HEEBIE-JEEBIES deleted the video he did against me. He deleted it from his page. He took it down. Embarrassment. All the comments were against him. Even his own people were commenting against him. And by the way, he says, without the Sunnah, there is no Islam. Right? So that is how confused the mushriks are. And to be honest, I'm not joking. They don't know their books. They don't even know the Quran. They don't know Arabic. They don't know. Forget about their degrees. I'm telling you for a fact. Baba Shuaib is here. Their degrees, they don't know anything. Wallahi. They are just misleading people, lying to the people, twisting the words of God. That's what they do. But inshallah, correctional officer is here. They will all run to the bushes, inshallah. So ladies and gentlemen, I've done 3 hours, 20 minutes. I don't want it to be too long. I need to put it to an end here. And God bless all those who donated to the charity feeding program. We are still feeding. It's not done. We have actually met the objective. But we are going to, inshallah, this before Ramadan comes to an end, the objective will be more than 200 people are going to be fed, inshallah. And so far, we are able to give them more things that we weren't able to even give them before. So at least now they are getting more items, food items, and most of them, based on their situations, are getting money in the hand also. So I appreciate everyone who supported this, and God bless you all, and may we reap what we sow according to this blessed month. I appreciate all your support. Faisal Rabi, Brother Imran Khan, MFG, Muhammed, if you're watching yourself, Sister Rihanna. I mentioned all of you. The names are uncountable. I cannot finish. We have Brother Alexi from Belgium. We have Brother Dean. We have all of you who showed the support. The Brother Omer, is it Omer Khan or Omer Chan? All of you guys, I appreciate the support. God bless you. We are becoming a force to reckon it with against the mushriks, and they are so pathetic. They are salty, they are bitter, and they are shivering in their pants. And inshallah, when Baba Shuaib gets to meet these bozos, this time no mercy for them. I'm going to set them up as scapegoat, inshallah, because we have God on our side. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, all of you, Abu Thomas, Sister Jehan, all of you, Khadija, Samia, Abdul Samad, Baba Seidu, Salis, Jimmy, Imran Khan, you can do this. Rachel Green, thank you for the gift on TikTok. I appreciate your support and your moderation. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. Abdul, Zuleika, I know you are, I don't know, maybe you are somewhere watching. All of you, Sister Diana, Sister Inaya, all of you guys, I appreciate the support. Let's become a force to reckon with against the mushriks, and I appreciate your support. Right? When you have God, you don't fear anybody. Chapter 3 verse 160. If God should support you, none can defeat you. And I stand with God. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. So ladies and gentlemen, this is where I bring the topic to an end. Brother Sam Shaheen, Sam, blessed to you. GD, is it GDY? Omar Sataur, and your wife as well. Latif I, all of you, I wish I could mention all of your names, but I appreciate the support. Brother Balogun, I don't know if you are here today, but I wish you also. My main man, Zulfikar. Zulfikar, I was actually with him in Ghana, right? He spent 4 days in Ghana with me. He enjoyed Ghana, and then we did some videos, and he was there to witness the charity distribution of food and everything when I was in Ghana also. So shout outs to you, brother. I appreciate you. God bless you also for your effort and the support. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you more than you can imagine. OG Store, God bless you. Seaman Tech, God bless you. Quran is enough. God bless you. Muhammad, all of you guys. I appreciate your support till we meet again next week. Unfortunately, I cannot stay on TikTok for long. Brother Zaid Salam, I see you. God bless you too. I cannot stay enough because I have to eat my sahur, you know, for the Ramadan. So guys, till we meet again, inshallah, next week, stay blessed, and I appreciate all your support. God bless you all. And my mom, Sister Khadija, God bless you. Peace. Always give them a reason to remember your name. The correctional officer.